Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Elements in Shadow with What Team Comp. I am your host, the Uncommon Guru, and we are here once again to see what we are going to have happening in this episode. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
We're gonna die!
Maybe. I'm not putting that outside of your abilities.
Car just goes full blackout, murders the entire party.
So when you last left off, leaving the city you had been in before of Skyward Tower, you guys went and moved on your way to Nevoton. Deciding to split up, have some time to, get to see the city by yourselves, check things out, relax a little bit. You found things ranging from selling some of the items that you had for money to finding a very curious shop with little brass creatures that were apparently being sold.
Little cute doodads.
Little cute little doodads. Meanwhile, your cleric went and got you rooms, and while your barbarian was deciding, you know what, it's early enough in the day for this, let's go day drinking. Let's hit it as many bars as I can, just, one drink at a time, just have a good time. Eventually, she accidentally stumbled into the inn that was going to be where you guys were going to stay. And when a man entered and gave keys and basically said, tell the party that is traveled here with Karg that he's not going to be able to make it back. They raced after him and found that he is currently in a temple to Angla, his god, and apparently he is not currently in the best conditions, and so the party decided to turn heel and up to the temple to try and figure out what in the world happened and what in the world is going on.
I mean, for the way he described it, Karg had a PTSD fucking moment, shouted Viet Cong, and proceeded to try and beat up some poor soul. So, yeah, need to check.
Gotta make sure he's copacetic, even though he's not copacetic.
He's not.
Scale from 1 to 10, how copacetic are you? I see.
I'm going to put that as a C.
I'm going to put that as a -3. So you guys are quickly led on your way upwards to this area where Linhardt has been leading you this way. Pharos is a little bit worried about it. Did you want him to stay at the inn for the time being? Because you did mention that before, that he wasn't sure how comfortable he was going. He was told that if they said anything that he would step in and basically tell him to back off, but that is completely up to you, Butters.
Yeah.
You do not have to come if you do not want to.
He's going.
Okay. So you guys make your way up, moving at a fairly rapid pace, with people seeing Linhardt and seeming to know that they just need to slide off to the side to let him pass as he leads you guys up.
It's like when the cop has its sirens going on. You move the fuck out the way.
Essentially, he's got that strut / swagger that just basically says, and get out of the way. No one's really questioning it. They're just letting him lead you guys on as you guys are following along behind. Eventually you can see what you presume to be the temple, partly because the presumption is because the outer part of the area, the pillars that are holding up part of the building, aren't pillars of like stone or anything like that. They're literally grown from trees.
Oh jeez.
And like there's a beautiful bit of shade that covers over places which, with things coming into season with all the leaves and whatnot, there are a few people that you see kind of on the back area just kind of like snipping at it, making sure that it's growing the way they need it to, but it's holding up a section of stone in the back with some of the various bits of branches and such, which it does have a few actual stone columns to assist, but it's clear that it is meant to be for a specific aesthetic, because I mean you have to step over more than a few roots on your way up, but it's almost like walking upstairs with the way that it is managed to have been cultivated. A little bit awkward since it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, but like some of them are a little bit more diagonal than others, but it's still, you can make your way up without too much issue. Once you enter the area, you see various people, ranging from people who are just casually talking to the priests, who all seem to have their own indication of what they're wearing, but
do any of them look beat up?
Looking around in this area, not in this area, not in the foyer-like area, not in the main entrance hall. Which Linhardt moves up to one person, starts talking to them. The person just like looks back at the rest of you, is like, has this kind of this look of, oh, I see, and makes a motion of like, come follow me, and starts walking. You'll have to forgive us. We were unaware of what would happen when he requested such a thing.
Who did he hit? Why did he hit? What?
Hit. Well, I suppose that is one way to put it. He attempted to throw one of our brothers through a wall. Made quite decent impact in it too. He was quite strong. Luckily for him, the brother understands that it is not his fault. It was simply something that he was unaware of, and things that he could not control at that moment. Granted, we are going to have to keep him here as part of making sure that what has happened to him is not something that would be a permanent or lasting effect.
Is it possible for me to see him, or is it I have to stay out of that room at all costs kind of thing?
We have an observation room where you can look down upon him. He will not be able to see you or hear you, as he is currently again under observation. He is aware of this, and he is aware that he is not being allowed as such, but come.
Javal.
He takes you around, and it's the area that he leads you to. Have you ever been to the zoo?
Yeah.
And you have those areas where you're like walking by a railing and you can look down and you can see the animals moving around?
Oh god, Jesus!
That's kind of the room that Karg is in. But
he's in like a ringed pit?
Kind of. With
this is giving me big gladiatorial vibes.
A little bit, but you can also see
hot.
Damn, Paris.
It was too easy.
You can see that there's a shimmer of magic across the top of it, which is probably what they mean when they say that you can look in, but he can't see you. And
God, it's like the glass at a police station, essentially.
Essentially, but you're looking down and not straight at him.
Yeah.
And you do see he is disarmed and unarmored, and he is pacing like
it's
a wild
like a caged beast.
Yeah.
Does he still look wild? Like in terms of if I see his face?
Make a perception check.
And
hanging.
Hang in there, baby.
I don't know how that GM rolled, but sure.
You are GM rolling some other stuff to me.
Oh, that's right.
With the 15, as you've rolled it, you catch a glimpse of his face, because like every now and then, like he doesn't do like a full I'm looking up out of the pit. He does that slight head tilt, eyes only looking out of the edge of the pit. That if I could scale this wall, I'd come out and I'd murder someone sort of look. Like he looks like this is not the same man that you've been traveling with, but it's also exactly the same man you've been traveling with, if that makes sense.
In terms of appearance, it's still him, but in terms of his thought process and his mind, it's not.
There's been something that happened to him, and he almost looks like
rabid.
not
Feral.
rabid. Feral is a good way of putting it.
I'm tempted. I am very tempted to detect thoughts.
You probably couldn't if there's a magical barrier.
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing really stopping me right now.
If you want to try, that's up to you. The cleric kind of makes like a half motion, just like, obviously, do not attempt to enter the area. He is a danger to himself and to everyone around him at the moment.
What happened?
He had a request. Found it to be a simple enough request. He said that he wasn't sure if he would be strong enough, fast enough to do what he needed to do. And he asked for assistance with restoration.
Restoration? Of what?
With certain magical effects. There is the potential,
Missing memories.
yes. And
That is heck. That's actually why I'm with the group. I'm searching for the same information.
and that is good. Finding what you've lost is something we all should strive to hold within ourselves. Forgetting
How?
ourselves is devastating.
Ellie,
Hmm.
when did you meet Korg?
God, it's been about 6 to 8 months since we left home.
6 months.
6 months.
Do not go in there
Why?
or try to.
I
Something tells me what might be happening is that he's getting his memories, but that is all he was remembering. Those memories.
and he has nothing from present.
Or the
That's
past from before then. He is
Exactly.
struggling to process those memories as though whatever locked them away has essentially caused our restoration to instead reverse instead of restore.
Do you have a place to stay here?
I am in the temple. Are you asking for a place for yourself?
She nods her head.
We can set up something, I'm sure.
Did he attack a dwarf?
A dwarf at first, but then he seemed to see everyone as enemies, and he threw the dwarf into other people.
Oh no.
Do I know what a war flashback is, essentially?
You've seen it when tribes have fought, where it can happen, but usually that's if it's a progressed war, which generally with tribal warfare, the longest you've ever heard of was maybe a year to 2 years, but that is still more than enough time for that to happen.
So yeah, I'm guessing I have a pretty good idea of what just happened.
I think whatever happened in the last year, we need to leave him be for now until he calms.
I won't
Which, to
bother
be
him,
fair-
but
Who knows when he'll calm?
I won't.
Go on, go on.
I'm not going to bother him. I have more sense than to just jump in there and think I can reason with him when he's like this. But I also want to be here when he comes back to his senses.
That is one of the issues we are looking into at this moment. He is feral now, but when he is not, he goes into fits of sobbing. believe that he is so racked with these emotions that he may force himself to continuously relive them again and again. A madness, if you will. And with his current state, we cannot hold him to
If I-
assist him. There is something
If-
that we are... Go ahead, young one.
If I would be in where were we headed? I forget, the Emerald Towers.
Mm-hmm.
If we were there, I would have the capabilities to maybe help, but I do not have them yet. I do not have the information I need.
Of course.
It's transporting him that would be the problem.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a possibility, but it's one that we are ourselves looking into, and one that I'm afraid the location of which we do not have.
What would it be?
You yourself likely have heard of this tale. He motions to your sash.
Cicadas!
Do you mean my
Scarf with
yes.
the image of
Yeah.
Lathander on there. I do not imagine you remember too much about the after effects, though, as was referred to as the Tears of Angla are not something many people of Lathander remember or choose to speak of. Lathander's
Do I know
decisions. You can roll over the
Oh, wait, that's the is that why fucking Helm hates us?
a little bit.
Yeah, I know what it is out of character.
So yeah, you know, but you don't know how it affected Angla was the thing.
Yeah. 1 second, religion, this one. And that one.
Yeah, you have no idea what happened to Angla. You know Helm. Helm is the big one that you're like, yeah.
I
Lathander,
know
yeah.
some of the effects, but I do not know of what happened to
Of course, and it is understandable. Angla was racked with grief with some of what happened between them. Supposedly before it happened, Angla was a good friend to Lathander, but after what happened, he does not hate Lathander, but he mourns from time to time, and supposedly there is an area where his tears are laid to rest, a pool of Angla's tears, if you will. Some refer to it simply as the Pool of Angla. The waters have restorative power, very strong restorative power. It said that at one point when he first wept, the area had been barren for hundreds of years. Afterwards, a great forest sprung up, and the pool was then situated at the center of where he had sobbed. But with the rise of the world and everything that has come hereafter, we do not know if that is simply a forest or if that has been moved since to mountains or other various terrains. We do not even know if he sobbed openly or if he reclused himself into a mountain. There are many places that this pool could be, but until then, we have to wait for him to come to his senses on his own. However long that may take. Or at very least until he will allow one of us to attempt to restore him again. Although last time that happened, he kind of like shifts his arm in front of him, and you see that it's like got a splint that it's
Oof.
in. I do not blame him.
Is
I
it
just-
possible he...
Hmm?
If going through what I think he's going through, maybe during one of the times you were peaceful, it would potentially help if you looked more like an ally than an enemy. If you're able to figure out what looks like that for him.
I am an understandment of this. It's simply that in this area, he kind of motions around, like, and you look around. Most of the people here are of various different races. None of them really are amongst like the tribal-looking humans. There's no orcs, no half-orcs, no Minotaurs, no Goliaths. You're in more of a city area. They're not as prominent.
Can I offer a stupid idea?
And that being?
If perchance you were wearing his symbol and I was with you, it might make him think that you were more friendly, considering she'll point to her tattoos.
That's dangerous.
If he truly breaks down, I can handle him.
He looks to the rest of your group. You trust her decision?
Mm-hmm.
She is the best suited of all of us to speak to Karg and try to get through to him. However, I would request that you allow me to prepare you before you enter.
Are you saying that to the cleric or to Ellie?
To her? Well, I don't care about the cleric. Whatever,
But my
cleric.
girl here!
Right.
Sure, but I don't understand.
Make your preparations. We will make an attempt.
Okay, let me just run through this real quick.
I was panicking because I'm like, why do I have that low of health? And then I fucking remember that I sparred with something like days ago, so.
Yeah, full health.
Ellie's wearing armor right now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Actually, come to think of it, she might actually take that off so the fucking tattoos show more.
Okay.
So for the moment, no.
That sucks.
I'll put that.
There were those prepared today.
Weren't expecting this.
Thinking we were fighting. I was thinking we were being like trying to find things, but alright.
To be fair, she's not gonna try and fight him unless he truly tackles, and in which case, she wouldn't let you near, because God, if he got a hold of you...
Yeah, I wouldn't be going in there. I have a bit more self-preservation than that. But I can't cast what I wanted to cast on you because I don't have it prepared, so...
Is it protection from good and evil?
That was one of them, but it wouldn't work because I don't think he's any of the things that it protects
He's humanoid.
against. Yeah,
So,
he's
yeah.
human.
Yeah, he's humanoid,
he's
so
orc.
it would work.
Yeah, he's orc. Which is
Who
humanoid.
knows the list in protection from good and evil?
That's
Not
like
from where I got
aberrations,
it.
Elements.
Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Yeah,
Doesn't say anything about humanoids in there.
correct.
Oh, okay, so that you said yes, it would work, Don.
No, I said no. I said yes, it wouldn't work.
Oh, okay.
Would not
Motherfucker.
work.
That's the most backwards way to... I'm gonna kill you.
I love you too.
Can't cast that either. Can't cast that because it's not prepared. Oh wait, no, not prepared. You know what?
Ellie will put her-
what?
Ellie
I
will
got
put her hand on
shit.
Alash's... Ellie will put her hand on Alash's shoulders.
As you can visibly see, you're just flipping through the like, no, no,
Alasha,
no, I don't have. What?
Alasha, look at me.
What?
I'll be fine. Okay? Trust me.
Alright. But if anything goes wrong, I'm going to be in there faster than you can blink.
I mean, if anything goes wrong, on a normal day, I can just hold him down. He'll bite me. But
We're not dealing with a normal day anymore, Ellie. I don't think any of us have ever seen this Karg before.
can he be worse than the crocodile?
Oh, I hope not.
If he is, then I'll shout and call you in. If he isn't, then I'm a little bit more relaxed, because being in the jaws of that fucker was not pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
She'll look at the cleric. Can you leave me in there?
He nods after a moment, just kind of like a, I don't wanna, but
Right.
We
Do I
gotta do
gotta?
this.
Do I gotta? You might probably want to. Is there a way that you can change that? She's pointing to the holy symbol.
to his Lathander, not Lathander, to the Angla holy symbol.
Oh, right. This
Yeah.
is his.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
This
his
is his
peeps.
god.
My bad. My brain fried for some fucking reason. Never mind. Redact.
Okay.
They'll fall him into the room. Or holding pin. This is a holding pin, is what this
Yeah.
is. I should just
Yeah,
call
it
it
is.
what it is.
Yeah.
She gives one last look at Lasha for the door is closed, like, I'm doing something stupid, I'm sorry.
You see him pacing around. And as you enter, his eyes like slowly turn to you. Looks you up and down for a moment. Eyes flicker to the guy behind him, who's holding it together. He's admittedly he's doing his best, but at the same time he's like the eye flicker over to him. He's just kind of like not really sure what to do with that. Just like, okay, yeah, I'm here. Whew.
In Orcish, he's a healer. He's with us.
In Orcish, he speaks back. I do not believe that. With us, against us. You see him like grab part of the little bed that he's got there. And he slowly starts pushing against it, and it bends very slightly. Spies. Wicked people. Slowly stands up, and you're reminded that he's a very towering individual when he wants to be.
Look, he's 7'4", motherfucker.
You can hear the pop of his knuckles as it kind of like he takes like a half step forward, and then he kind of just looks at you. I
She'll
do
take a
not know
step.
you.
No, but I'm
Tribe
a...
are you from?
The name of my tribe is Wallcleaver, isn't it?
Mhm.
How long has my tribe existed?
A while, long while.
Okay. Wallcleaver.
We're having treaties with your people soon. Soon. Have we made them already?
Then you know I'm friendly.
No.
You know I want nothing but peace.
Peace. You see like his lips pulling back as he is to a snarl. He's definitely not in a good state of mind right now.
No, he's not. I'm not here to fight.
You say you're a wall cleaver. I've no quarrel with you, but his eyes turn on the guy, and the guy's just like, eh. Others have betrayed us, hurt
And if he were to betray you right now, I would bury my axe so deep in his back he would be dead within seconds.
And I don't want to wait for that.
She moves in front of the cleric.
Step aside, Wall Cleaver.
He is not here to do you harm.
Step aside.
She may be shorter than him, but she is making herself as big as possible.
Obviously.
Calm down.
Oh, calm. No. I'm not calm. Roll initiative.
Oh boy, yeah, I knew this was coming. Let's do this!
Karg is gonna roll his initiative. Yep, so Karg is going first.
Bright side, I'm faster.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
You're rolling initiative too? Or wanting to roll initiative?
Oh, am I allowed?
Alright, did you guys come down to this area with her?
Am
I
I
don't-
still above
I
it?
think Karg is a wild animal currently. Yes, he's not saying anything. He's hidden, but he's gonna run in if.
She would have
Fucking is-
requested you to not come in unless she called for you.
He
So
would
She
be
said
wa-
that to Alasha.
I'll say on the
Yeah.
turn that she calls it, you guys can roll initiative then.
Okay.
So right now you're waiting on her. Or until top of the round where you guys can say that you guys want to run in.
Alright.
So, I'll just...
Can I
Drop
say
your
that I
token.
did? Can I say that I did one thing when I stepped in front of that cleric? I absolutely fucking raged. I suspected he was gonna fucking charge. Would you allow that? Cause fuck.
Were you trying to be peaceable about this?
She was starting to bulk herself up in terms of like, fuck off, stand down. So
Okay.
You know, just so you know, you are aware. You know, a barbarian raging is extremely obvious when they rage.
Mhm.
yeah,
So yeah,
It
that
wasn't
Just letting you
subtle.
know. I'm just letting you know.
it was not subtle. It was
From
he was
now on,
gonna
make
fight
that
you.
known. Then
yeah,
Paris.
make that
I-
known. Don't just be like,
Because
I'm bulking myself
it's-
up. Stay obviously.
Yeah, because it's not even bulking yourself up to rage. It is used like your eyes can go bloodshot. You start hyperventilating. There's even a rule when you're raging, you're so loud you cannot physically stealth.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! I didn't even know that rule existed.
Yeah,
Sorry.
either you're so
I
loud or your
can redact it
mindset
if
doesn't
you want.
allow you.
I can redact it if you want.
I'll allow the redaction because it's because otherwise it would make sense because you were trying to be peaceable about it, and well,
That ain't working.
yep.
Can Lesser Resto be cast on an unwilling target?
I'll check. It does not say anything about the willingness of the creature. You touch a creature and can end one disease or condition, the condition being blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Oh boy. He said he was gonna try and restore him, so
He's trying to do greater restoration, which,
Yeah.
same thing, but hold on a second, I need to get the music up. Where is
oh
my-
yay! I'm surprised you didn't find for this, because you should have known this is where this was gonna go.
I wasn't expecting you to just run and jump in.
Ellie!
I know it's Ellie, but hold on. One second here. See if I can try something a little different. If it doesn't work, then I'll just use something else. It says it's copyright free.
Box! I'm sorry.
I don't hear anything, do you?
I don't hear anything. Yeah, them.
It's not muted.
No. Don, you said that as a link.
Oh, did I set that as a link?
Yeah. Here, I got it.
Also, I did. Yeah, I did the inbox commands. Oh,
There it is.
let me turn that down a
I
little
am
bit.
your pilot, remember?
Yep, thank you. All right.
This is great.
Oh, yeah.
I like this.
Oh, wait, it gets better.
This motherfucker just went barbarian class. I can't help but feel. It sounds like Mortal Kombat, damn near.
A little bit.
Damn
Yeah.
near. First thing he's going to do, Karg is going to rage.
Oh, I knew it!
I knew it. I knew it.
And
This son of a gun was a barbarian.
He's multi-class, isn't he?
you have no idea.
Mm.
And he is going to. He is angry. He is feral. He's reckless attacking. Load. There we go. Here we go. 13 for the
Miss.
first, 21 for the second.
Hit.
4 points of bludgeoning damage, and 2 for rage, so 6 total. And he swings for the first one. You're expecting that, all of a sudden you just feel him sucker punch you right in the side. Just.
Okay. I am done playing nice. And since he's reckless, I mean, if he's gonna play that way, no harm. I'm assuming 16 hits this fucker.
16 hits.
Oh, min damage. Oh wait, duh, bonus action. Eh.
You didn't declare it. That'll hit as well.
So for the moment, just that.
Okay. Alright.
And that's not a bonus action. Extra attack is just extra attack, right?
Yeah, attack, extra attack are both one action.
Can I rage after that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Alright. Alright, he gonna keep right on going. More reckless, just miss again, and then right into your side again.
Why the fuck?
Another 6 points of damage. Do you have any loose weapons on you?
Define loose.
As in,
Okay,
someone could reach on
and-
your belt and try and yank it off.
I
Yeah.
have a flail on my belt, my greatsword's on my back.
Gotcha.
And we hear
What about,
screaming.
what about the javelins?
The javelins are just on my back as well.
If you
Groot,
guys
in
are
a
in the
small
hallway,
contained room, there are two people right.
yeah, this is
And
not
you still haven't
exactly.
heard her call.
Basically, it is a slight echoing as this is
Yup.
just going on. So yeah, the
Monk's
fight has
going in.
begun.
Yep, Monk's definitely going in.
Let Paris take a turn, and then on the next turn of combat, next round of combat, you can roll your initiative.
Guys, you know what I just realized?
What?
I'll mention it after Paris goes.
Oh god, the fucking monk of the enemy!
That's not what I,
I mean,
meant, but
To be fair, I was gonna try and grapple him this turn, so let's see how that goes.
you're stronger. But
Not
yeah.
when I roll like that!
No, you're still stronger. Physically.
He is able to keep out of it as you try and grab hold of him. He just
That's one
basically
attack.
slams his hands
That
off of
counts
you.
as one attack?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I technically try and grapple again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's much better!
Oh my.
All right. So you get a hold of him, and you get him basically just locked so he cannot move.
No!
Okay. Roll initiative, Butters.
You know, you want to know what I realized?
What?
1 second. I never have to put a token down.
Because
Oh
of the
my
thing
god,
there.
his head's in
Because
the
at the
way!
top left, yeah.
I'm crying!
Is Elisha joining in too or no?
I will, but I'll sit back for now.
Yeah,
Why does
make
it
all
say
the-
plus 15?
Why does what say plus 15?
It says 20 plus 15 plus 4.
Oh, I have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
The
have
weapon is
advantage
a
on
very,
initiative.
very useful
Wow.
thing.
Wait, Groot, technically I kind of should have gone last turn.
No, based off of
My-
when you were jumping in.
I shouldn't have.
No, my weapon tells me when a fight
That is-
pops off.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And she didn't call for you.
Yep.
And then you
No.
were grunting.
My weapon.
Oh wait. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
You going off on you. This was not aimed towards you. This was between Elisha, not Elisha. Between I said Elisha because I just dropped Elisha's token. My apologies. Between
Yeah.
Ellie and Karg. So
Either way, I'm gonna run
Veros-
in.
Yep, Veros, you're in.
Yeah, he just slides through the door quickly.
Don't touch him!
If you insist. And my hands will light up so
Don't
that you
you
can see
dare!
that
You see his
I'm
eyes like
contained.
slowly glance over.
I'm
Yes.
hitting him.
Out!
I'm hitting him.
Oh,
I just say Karg, snap out of it. You know, And
Hit
then-
miss.
flurry of blows.
I love Sun.
Miss.
So.
Hit.
Uh, 17 points of radiant damage.
The bolt slam into him. You're right next to him, or because this is not a very big thing, just so you're aware.
I thought he was on one end of the room. Ellie was closer to the door. Then
Ellie has him grab.
Yeah, Ellie has
Yeah,
him
but-
grappled at the moment.
there's still one person's occupying 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was. He's in the farther side of the room. Ellie's on the closer side, and then it's
And then it's the healer. Yeah.
Let me put it this way:
or me.
if she is outside of the ring, I can't move your silliness because you're this big thing in the corner. You'd be like right next to the circle here. So he can easily move over and hit you if he had wanted to.
Guru,
Yes.
wouldn't I be here?
I'm saying
she
that the
would be
door is right
closer to the
here.
door.
Yeah, this is the door right here.
Right where? Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
came
so
in
I-
from the door. So,
So
he
you
came
could
from
be
here.
you could be right here.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, over here.
There, that's a wall.
Dude, I don't give a shit. I'm just
hold
not
on.
near him.
Circle.
I'll just stay where I am. No,
Area
I'll
of
go.
entrance.
I'll go like here ish, just not within 5 feet of him.
I'm just throwing that down just so you guys have an idea.
Yeah.
Now, Lasha, you're back here in the doorway.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. All right. Karg sees you come in, and obviously you're not exactly making it unobvious. You're not exactly
Reasonably
the most stealthy with that. And
With
Ellie,
shooting balls of light out of my hands. And
no.
That's like
which-
fucking Goku coming in Kamehameha waving and trying to be stealthy about it.
Yep.
Card, please snap out of it. That would be very
Ellie.
kind.
Make a athletics check.
Wait, Guru. All
What?
of those attacks had advantage.
Right, because he's
So those are
grappling.
just 2 of my attacks. Both of them hit. No, because he reckless.
Oh! Right.
So those are just 2 of my attacks. 2 of them hit.
Mhm.
Yeah. So let me. That
Both miss.
So they
Still.
still miss. So
shucks. Well,
Yeah,
let's play now.
he's not wearing armor, but clearly he is, barbarian wise, he is apparently got good armor.
he's got better armor than me. Jesus.
As he grabs you and basically shucks you off of him, and as you do, you feel something lighten on your belt as he grabs the flail, and he's going to move
Fuck.
over to Pharos.
All right.
And let's see, first attack. Yeah, he's recklessing on you too.
Oh wait, he moved out of my range.
Make a swing.
Sentinel.
Swing. That'll
He
hit.
can't move. It reduces his movement to 0.
Yep.
You're not going anywhere.
As you say that, he's swinging at you now because he can't reach the other guy. Actually, will I do is my physical dice or?
Nah, Guru.
it's
He's a member of the party. Roll on him.
All right, all right.
Oh wait, I forgot. I need to add my rage to it as well. Miss. Oh!
Oh my.
Is there anything special about that flail?
No.
And does he have a +1 strength?
No.
No, he's got a +3.
What?
He's not proficient.
He's not
in
proficient in
flails?
it.
He is proficient in flails.
Yeah, he's a barbarian.
Oh!
Yeah, I had it set from when he was a cleric, so adding...
I mean, it's
No,
still a
you-
nat
yeah.
20, so...
Isn't that 20 regardless, and the other one was meant to be with his proficiency bonus, but I don't think a 12 hits her.
It would even be a plus.
No.
It would be a 6 to hit. But yeah, it was like he would have had a +0 strength. I'm like, that doesn't sound.
No. This is me rolling it based off of his cleric sheet, which does not have his proficiency with the
Yeah.
flail. He is proficient with the flail, and he did hit her right in the gob. So that is 16 points of damage. Just whoosh!
16.
Yeah. 10,
Yeah.
Nine.
4, 2. 16.
8 pairs. I think.
10,
You
4,
have
2
to-
is 16.
You have to...
So
Stop
halved
writing.
is 8.
You have
Yes.
To, you have, I thought you had to reduce
5,
each individual
2, 1.
thing,
Yes.
and you didn't reduce rage
Not when it's a
damage.
crit. You reduce the rage damage. So basically, you take approximately. Yeah, you take 8 damage.
Yeah.
Because the
Still
crit
8.
damage is together.
Yeah, that's still a crit. But
Okay.
I was saying without resistance, Paris.
Okay. I was sitting there like, excuse me? I got worried. I'm like, he overcomes my resistance. This is gonna hurt.
No, he's not overcoming your resistance.
Hey, Guru, can I tell if he's taking
And-
less damage than he's supposed to with my Radiant Blast?
I can tell you.
He's not. And yep, he is going to say fuck it and frenzy. And so he's going to make another attack with his third
Oh,
attack.
Of course he is.
Oh, he was Cheshire Buds.
Somebody, she got
There's a
all
reason why he had a
fucking well.
spiritual, desire to be his friend. 9 misses though.
Still miss. Thank you, God, for these low numbers.
Okay, Cargum.
It's
Stop
Ellie's turn.
hitting him so I can grab him and he can heal him. I will attempt to grapple him again.
Explain yourself. I don't get what you're
The
saying.
healer can restore him if I can get him to hold still.
He's a danger to us and other people around.
Ah,
Can you just trust me for once? Healer!
I don't even know you!
Not you! You!
He's talking about the random person in the hallway. Or she.
I know, but he doesn't know that. He's ignoring that. He's in a rage. He's in a frenzied rage. He's
No, but is
frothing
the
at the mouth.
healer coming in or no?
He's trying
healer
to. Alasha, it's your turn. Yeah, last time he tried to do this, remember? He did
He
not have a
broke his
weapon.
arm.
Yeah, he did not have a weapon and he broke his arm. Now he has a weapon.
Now he has reach. Oh boy.
He doesn't have reach.
No, the flail is still like 5 feet.
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
a long.
Alright.
No, it's not a whip.
Yeah, no.
Not your whip flail, you freaking Castlevania loving motherfucker.
I want that so bad. That's such a Bradito weapon. I love it.
I'm still considering how to get it in this game now.
You don't have to go in. You can just watch.
No,
No,
he meant the
no.
flail whip.
Yeah, no.
More like a whip sword.
Guys, we're still in combat.
Yeah.
I know.
Focus
I'm
on your
looking through
whip
my
sword later.
spells. I'm looking at my spells to see what I can
God,
do,
if
but
you had
again,
a person, that would be absolutely great, but you don't.
I don't have it at all. Yeah, it would be great.
That's why I said if you had it, it'd be wonderful. The only one who can learn it is currently the one I'm fucking, like, just full Nelsoning.
I have a way to stun him.
She told you not to hit him anymore. You were already just like,
You're
no.
on thin ice, buddy.
the only reason that she hit him was because he was charging at you and she knew it would chirp him up.
He has a weapon next to you. He's acting like Farash is gonna kill. He's swinging wildly with a weapon directed at you specifically.
Because he wasn't able to reach you.
Exactly. He's just randomly attacking. I'm not gonna just sit here like, you know what, I can let this happen. No. He's hurting people. Sorry.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, you know what? What the hell? I can't do anything else. Hey, Guru.
Hmm.
I'm gonna detect thoughts on Karg.
I'm going to DM you what his surface thoughts currently are reading.
Cool, cool.
Rage, rage, kill, kill.
Alright, so Pharaohs, it is your turn again.
Yep. We're within melee.
Alright.
I'm flanking.
Mhm.
I want to be doing 1 point of damage with each hit.
Okay.
Alright. So, arm strike.
The hits.
1 point of damage. Let's try to stun him.
Okay, not advantage. 9.
My advantage. So he's stunned, and you see Farge just like does like a swift elbow to like right in like at the base of his rib cage, and then backs up.
Do I feel him go limp?
And I say,
Essentially.
yes, I say he's stunned. Go. Or no, he wouldn't say stunned because that's the exact term.
He can't
He
move.
cannot. He is not moving.
He's incapacitated.
You have a
That's
moment,
enough
go.
term, yeah.
Karg is stunned, he cannot do anything.
Hopefully the cleric can get in there.
Right.
Ellie, you doing anything?
All she's doing is holding him as tight as she can.
Elisha, you doing anything?
As an action, I want to delve deeper.
Wisdom save, right?
Like,
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's.
And it's a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, it is. Excuse me.
Oh god, he's a cleric. Oh,
What?
god!
Son of a bitch.
He still has
No,
a high
you can
wisdom
see.
regardless of his not being
Class.
proficient in it.
Would this
Yeah.
be disadvantage because he's raging though?
No.
No, that's not how
No,
it
that's
not
not
how
how
that
it works.
at all.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
you are
barbarians would
locked
be
out. Yeah, the
fucked.
spell ends and you are shunned out of his thoughts.
Oof.
Meanwhile, the other person steps up, puts his hands on Karg's head as Karg is stunned. His eyes like snap to the person very just like shakily as he casts Greater Restoration. Let me roll something real quick. And one other thing. Okay, Karg is unconscious. He just passes the fuck out.
Ellie will slowly let him down to the ground.
I'll rush up Sly and just do a quick medicine check on him.
He's alive. He's breathing. He's just out. He's just unconscious.
Okay. I apologize for not listening, Ellie, but I knew I could do something.
After a few minutes, she just looks at him and smiles. I do appreciate you coming to help me. She looks up at the cleric. Did it work?
I don't know. Help him onto the bed. We'll.
She'll pick him up.
He would help, but motions to broken arm.
It's fine. I've carried worse. Actually, I've carried him.
I think it's best if we all leave him alone. It may be some time before he actually comes out of whatever stupor his mind has locked him in.
You see a rubber jaw? Fuck, I fight like that all the time.
Ellie, come, please.
Okay.
He will start, rubbing some base salves on your wounds again, get some, bandages out, do his... You see he goes, fight hard or something? He pulls out, just some cloths, fight hard.
Okay, she'll bite into the cloth.
And he pushes something back in place that wasn't quite in place. And he'll bandage that part up.
You're right,
Nice.
See how good of a job he did.
Well, that-
I've never rolled not minimum. I've only rolled at minimum on
Ah,
that
that's
heal.
the funniest part.
Yeah.
but that's
the
still
irony
11.
butters. The irony being, I only need I only need like 5 hit points for him back
Yeah.
to max anyway.
Well, to be fair, you know, he was hitting hard, but he was doing unarmed strikes until he got the flail.
He was also missing, like a lot.
Oh wait, yeah, oh, sorry, I have to. Okay.
She'll head back up to like the observing area essentially, and she'll sit and wait there until he gets conscious.
I'll go back up too and work on the sash some more.
So you guys are just gonna stay in the temple for now?
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually walk up to that cleric. How did you fix his memory?
I don't know if I did. He looks down at his hands.
No, the first time.
Same thing. There's a spell called Greater Restoration. It is a more
May-
powerful restorative powers than that of weaker counterparts.
I don't know about card, but I've never been in a war.
Are you asking for me to attempt it on yourself?
It's kind of what I'm dedicated to at the moment for my clergy.
Can you
Or-
at least give me a day just in
Or-
case I have to fight you two?
That's the thing. When Karg have this happened to Karg, he went back to a reverted mind state, right?
He did.
Yes.
A year ago, I've never gotten in a real fight. Or last year.
Hmm.
I've sparred, but I'm non-confrontational usually unless I'm protecting someone.
Okay.
Brother, he motions for another cleric to come over. I have expended as much of my energy as I can for this act. Would you, and he gives a very small nod, he motions to, may I?
I'll actually unwrap my bad
Mhm.
and hand it to him. Which you see the burns covering it.
He
Shouldn't say anything.
takes his hand and he motions with his other hand. He gently places it on your head and he kind of bows it and begins muttering it seems like a very soft prayer.
I
Butters,
think about the gnomish language.
I'm going to do something real quick. Lucky son of a gun.
Did you say lucky son of a gun?
Yep.
There's a chance I was gonna get a madness point, wasn't there?
Yeah, technically. You know what? If you want, we can make this one-on-one. Make this secrets, or we can have this be open. Which do you prefer?
I ain't no bitch.
That doesn't tell me anything.
That's the point. Yeah, open. It's fine. Unless we're gonna give like fuck ton of secrets, then
Yeah, let's go into one-on-one.
oh fuck, dude.
You're pulling
Bye,
up all
bitches.
the memories, duh!
Bye.
So,
Hey.
his hand is laid on your head, and as he's whispering softly, you feel your mind seem to, it's like it's being compressed, pushed in on itself, and you'd gotten used to it. And suddenly you can feel like an unwinding. And as you do, you almost feel yourself age for a moment. And you might actually be physically aging. You open your eyes slowly, and you're almost in your own mind, in your memories. You
Is it a
these-
giant library with shit we
Essentially, we can discuss it like that.
Do you
Basically,
get that reference?
yeah, kind of.
Okay. Just checking.
as you're watching this library, the library seems to expand with a few extra rows of content that you didn't remember forgetting.
DLC.
The DLC, yes. You have finally been gifted your DLC package, and it's finished downloading. As you're moving through, you pause as you look over at your friends. You see your half-orc friend on a gurney, smiling up at you saying, "It's just a flesh wound. You don't remember how she got that scar." And then as you think that, you hear her basically telling you that she had gotten herself pinned between two forces, and she managed to survive, but she gotten herself slammed up against a halberd that threw her to the side. If she hadn't been covered in muck and mud, she wouldn't have been able to make them believe that she was dead and move on. A war. She was in a war. You were in a monastery during that war, hearing about all of this destruction, people fighting. And you remember, you look down, and there is a paper in front of you, a list of names, volunteers. You look at it and you flip it over, and on the back you can almost clearly remember what was written on there. The King of Dervolk has come across an ancient artifact, an iron flask. He seeks to open it. He seeks to end the war, but he may end the world. If we do not stop him, all is lost. Who will move with us? You feel yourself hesitate for a moment. You turn it over, and you see that you already have signed your name. You and almost everyone in this monastery.
To destroy the world?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They were afraid that whatever he was doing, it would destroy the world.
Oh, I thought that we were signing on to destroy the world.
No, they were signing on to stop him from destroying the world. They were afraid that whatever was in this iron flask...
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, no. They were not destroying the world. They're not repeating Lythander stuff. No, they were trying to do the opposite. They're trying to be on, hey, Lythander's on the good team this time. No, they were signing on to stop him from doing that. Because whatever was in this iron flask, there's supposedly a few iron flasks in the world. True iron flasks. Roll me a history or arcana check.
I think I'm gonna be cool at both. Sucks, it's not religion. 19 still.
19. History tells of the iron flask as a containment, a prison, for certain powerful individuals that, technically speaking, are somewhat amorphous. If you have the power and you have the ability to do so, and the creature is caught off guard, you can lock them inside of the iron flask. A small thing, something you can literally smuggle in or out or hide away, just bury it in the earth and forget about it. It's such a simple thing. But within, there are dangerous, terrible possibilities as to what will happen when you open such a flask. Could be nothing. Could be just a flask of iron composition. Except that this flask was taken from a buried temple. One that had been sealed away specifically to ensure that the artifacts that had been put down there were not unearthed. And the King of Dervolk, ignoring these warnings, unearthed it. He had not started the war. but it was clear that he would do anything to finish it. You have memories of trying to get yourself better at combat, practicing as you realized that the monastery could come under attack. All these visions of preparing yourself coming to you. And for you, there's a moment where you can see that you're coming to the end, where you're supposed to be moving forward. And there's almost a magical barrier between you and the next part of the library in your mind. As you reach your hand forward, you see yourself. You look back and you see yourself looking back, forward, back. So as you look at it, you kind of look at all of you looking forward. You turn around, all of you look back. You move your hand out to the side. They're all doing the same thing. A loop. But you steel yourself. Whatever this is, whatever happened at this point in time, you moved past that. So whatever changed, you had accepted that change in your mind, and you had progressed to now. And you can do it now. But now you have the memory of 3 extra years that were lost. And we'll move back to everyone else because
Wait, so it wasn't just
Good.
1 year that was missing, 3 happened.
3 years were completely
Okay.
erased.
And with those 3 years,
There was an entire war going on for the entirety of those 3 years.
I didn't end up fighting in the ward, right?
No, but you guys were
I got
almost
damn
going
close.
into... Yeah, you were almost about to have the entire monastery rush into Dervok and basically swarm into the castle.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were at that point when you found out about that, but whatever happened to cause this memory lapse caused you guys to no longer remember such a agreement between you all and to go back to being at peace. Ready to go back?
Bring me back, brother.
How long?
Back,
Back.
Suck.
Of
Hi.
course it does.
What?
Nothing.
So no, I'll tell. Someone that I follow makes little pins, and it's like the main shape of the pin is D20s,
Mhm.
and she made like Halloween candy based ones with the base of like D20, like the middle of the candy that's wrapped up is a D20, or the end of the sucker is a D20.
Yeah.
But the sucker pin has a little ribbon wrapped around it that says "suck it."
Perfect.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
Pharos is standing there for a moment, and as the hand comes away, his eyes slowly open, and
even though they kept me able to see his eyes.
yeah, his eyes are still, kind of still blinded, looking.
No, he wears glasses that
Yeah.
you can't see through.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't see, but you see his eyelids open,
Yeah.
and he seems to his face seems to grow a few shades older almost, but not. Nah, it's probably just a trick of the light as his head moves up out of the shadows.
And he falls to a knee.
Oh, Pharos! Ellie will move up to him.
Oh.
Are you okay?
He looks up. I don't think I was supposed to know.
No. What?
He takes out. You know how I said he had a journal before?
Yeah.
He takes it out, sits down, and starts drawing. Just not a picture at first, but extremely quick. He is
So,
he's just writing at extreme.
he's trying to figure out what he's writing as he does it. So I'm assuming he's trying to message.
He
Not
speaks
message,
the
but you see what I mean. No, I do not.
rest.
Pharos, I can't read that.
You see, he's not
Yep.
fully paying attention.
Let him finish. He is in a trance.
Oh,
You see the guy who cast the Grave Restoration just very reverently just kind of kneels down next to you, just not looking over your shoulder, just waiting, just seeming intrigued.
Is Elasha in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Ellie pops down by Elasha. She didn't say anything. She just sits down. She's tired. She's
You know,
tired.
After writing a good more than a paragraph, you see he just drops the quill on his book and goes,
Doing okay there now?
I need you to write that down before I forget it. I don't trust I'll remember it forever.
Can you at least tell me what it says? Because I don't read that.
Not word for word, that take a bit. Some of it not important to you. Remember how I said I wasn't in a war?
Yeah?
I wasn't. But I got fairly close.
How?
You know how we believed 1 year had passed?
Yeah?
Also, hold on.
It
Let
has
me,
been 3.
hold on.
Hmm?
Let me just make sure this is correct.
What are you giving me?
I can't tell if he's DMing it to me or
No,
to you.
to him. Yeah.
Okay.
That confuses me. Oh,
So yeah.
shit. So, do you remember how we thought 1 year had passed?
Yeah.
It has been 4.
Oh
We
dear.
only comprehend 1 fully. 3 years are missing. It's been 1 year since the end of those 3 years.
So someone has just erased 3 years of memory from a large quantity
Everyone.
of people.
Yes. And I have a hypothesis of who may have done it, or the reason for it happening.
And that is...
The King of Durlock.
That is a very bold statement.
What I remember is my monastery was about to go against him himself for having an iron flag. And because of the war, he believed it could be used to destroy the entire world, which he was willing to do.
He may have been seeking just to end it. Maybe just to No. He wouldn't. He couldn't have done something like that. He is.
Do you have sending? No. I need to go back. I need to go back. I need to tell them.
She takes her
I have-
shoulders. Deep breaths.
I need to tell them what happened.
If you just blurt it out to them without any warning or anything.
No, not these people. Then he just gestures.
You mean your monastery, correct?
I need to get back. Yes.
We need to head back there then, because we can't just have sending. That may put people
Exactly.
into a panic.
I don't want to do sending. I need to.
Where is your monastery?
You see, like, grabs his head and he's thinking, do I know if I still need to go to the Emerald Towers group after this brain blast of Jimmy Neutron?
This is definitely a Jimmy Neutron style brain blast, but it's also something in your head. So having something that will basically back up or prove what you said will help them see that this is in fact valid and factual.
By the way, Matt, I'm just like spamming you. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if they'll believe me is the thing.
Well,
We need to get to the towers quickly.
so I can find the paper I need to prove my theories.
Okay. We'll go as soon as possible, but obviously have a comatose team member.
You do realize that Karg could have gotten 4 years of nothing but war implanted in his...
Also, one other thing, just to let Butters know.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Huh?
I think I know what you were gonna say. Oh!
What?
Yeah, because when I mentioned that last part before you got, we came back over, I mentioned that you were able to do so.
Yeah.
But thinking back on how Karg reacted,
I think Karg is trapped in his own mind. And I do not mean that figuratively.
You're gonna need to
Because
dumb it down.
there is no way to. When I saw what I saw, I was not in my body. I was in my mind. I saw memories coming to me. I saw an endless loop that I was stuck in that I managed to break out of. What if Karg cannot break out of this loop?
Then we figure out a way to break.
I'm not going to leave him like this.
we can watch over him if you find a way to prove that what he says is true. Then we'll have more resources at our disposal to find a way to help him. Until such time, we would not be able to release him, not
Elliot,
as he is.
you have to understand, if we do things hastily and try to do something, we may get him stuck in there for... We need to be smart about this.
I just want to see if he comes to and if it works. If it doesn't work,
Yes,
then fine, I'll go with you.
Yes, we do this first, I agree. But if it does not work, we might have to make a hard decision.
What do you mean?
Leaving him for... I'm sorry, I don't know how quickly even my monastery will be able to find a way to... Hopefully quickly, but it could take time. Things take time like this, and I can't promise it will be this month, next month, this year.
I will make that decision when it comes to it. I don't want to make it now because it's already talking like it sounds like he has no chance.
He definitely has a chance. Everyone has a chance. That is just life. Everyone has a choice and everyone has a chance. It's always a thing to remember.
Then let's just wait and we'll talk about it later.
Would you like some coffee?
No, it's too late at night for me, but thank you for the offer.
I'll take some, sure. I'm not going to sleep anyway.
Guru, what time
Of
of day
course.
is it?
That's what makes us okay.
It's getting close to sundown.
Are any of the shops still open?
You can run around and check some of the shops if you wish.
I need two things specifically.
What are you looking for?
That good ink and paper.
That dank stuff.
Right.
Roll a investigation check with advantage if you tell them that you're a wizard.
Guru, is it,
Oh shit, yeah.
Guru, question, is it dexterity to draw?
Yes.
You're a wizard, Elisha.
It's not great.
It's not great, but it's something. How much were you looking to get?
Oh man. That's
Enough for 3 spells, motherfucker.
He would crumple it, by the way,
Okay,
once he's done. And he's going to eventually try again to write it.
no worries.
Guru, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I sold that hag heart for
chunk.
2 grand. in-
2,500.
Not put it in your stuff.
I did no, but oh, dude, I haven't had this much gold dropped on me in quite some time. First of all, yes.
However, I know that you say you're over encumbered, but I have to double check something here.
Yeah, come see how over encumbered I am.
How much
Awesome.
gold do you have currently? I'm just curious.
I haven't doled it out yet because
Um,
this Hagkar gold isn't all mine.
Yeah, but
But I can't give it to the other guy that I gave.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mad,
yeah.
sweetness, but you're talking to someone who has had those boots. Screw being
Yeah.
over encumbered. You can move at your normal speed.
Yeah, all right. You have those. They don't. Encumberment doesn't slow you.
Yep, boots of springing and striding means you can be over. You just basically follow rules where if like, oh, you're over encumbered, I can still run.
Guru,
Yes,
you have granted me too much power.
I knew that someone was going to get overladen with gold, and I was kind of hoping it'd be you. And I'm kind of glad that you got the boots, because trust
To
me,
be fair,
as someone who's been overladen, I've moved as a rogue to move,
Many-
dash, and move.
many times.
You know, many times, and just moved around while over encumbered, just being like, I can still do it. I can do this all day. I'm basically that guy who's got that pack full of stuff that's just, I should not be able to carry it.
There's a reason the 140-pound drow can just leap on him whenever she pleases.
Yeah.
Think about all the push-ups Batalon could do. All the people think about how many people could be on Batalon's back while he's just doing push-ups.
I don't think it works that way, buddy.
Technically, it does.
Nah, for squats, man, squats.
Yeah, push-ups is also a form of movement, but yeah, because
Yeah, but yes. So you're not going to be slowed down by it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
That's what I imagined you were worried about, because you're like, hold on, I've got all this money and I can't move. No, you have boots of springing and striding. Run as way as you
Guru.
wish. Frolic in the fields, yes.
I would like to procure 800 gold's worth.
how much?
800 gold.
You get 800 gold worth.
Oh, I forgot it works in 50s. That would be
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it has to be
confused.
even.
I thought, for some reason, I thought it worked in 500.
No,
No.
Like, that's what my
Because
mind
that
went
would
to for a
be
second.
disgusting.
That would be
Yeah.
disgusting, yeah. But that's what my mind went to. I'm like, why 800?
Because you think it's 500, so it's like, wait.
You can get 800 gold worth. They have plenty of ink and paper, and when you like, kind of have your book, showing just enough, they're like, we understand.
Hey, I need all this. I need this all on my book.
And it'll be-
Prepared.
They give you 800 gold worth. No issue. They are understanding.
Elias drank about 3 cups of coffee, dude.
You're
I'll keep
vibrating,
supplying
please. Oh great, you're a dealer now.
Yeah, he just keeps throwing. You see, he keeps drawing something, like doing something, then throwing it away. This time he breaks the tip of his quill, and he goes, and he's just like, you see, he's getting agitated because he's trying to write something, like draw something fully, and it's not working how he wants.
She'll kneel beside him and just kind of like pat his shoulders. Easy. It's okay.
Actually,
What are you trying to do
You see,
here?
as he actually gets frustrated, like his hands do glow a slight.
Your hands are glowing. Do not beam me.
No. When I get frustrated, light starts to show.
So you glow like a
Try to-
lantern.
Yes,
Neat.
sometimes. But yeah, I'm trying to draw a memory.
Do you have another quill? She's looking at the cleric.
We have a few, yes. Kind of motions, and they give you a new one.
You see, he calms and he takes off his glasses, but he keeps his eyes closed.
Wait, how can you draw if your eyes are closed?
I am not drawing with my eyes.
He's
Ellie machine broke.
roll a dexterity check with.
Yeah.
Okay. I imagine that as he's drawing, he eventually does open his eyes to be like.
Yeah, at
as soon as
some
he starts
point.
as soon as he feels that first stroke, he's like, okay, and then he opens his eyes and starts actually drawing it, and it starts to look more like what you were expecting. Not perfect. It's not your best work,
Yeah.
but it's passable. It'll get an idea across well enough.
So basically, it's him, and then a reflection him, and a reflection him, and it's like you ever seen like that thing where it's like
The infinity mirror?
You drag your hand across like a computer screen, and like 8 different cameras do it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
What?
Like 8 different screens do it.
Okay.
Like think like recording software. You know, in a recording software, if like you have a webcam and you move your hand, and then like it's just endless recording softwares.
Yeah, it's like the
yeah.
infinite mirror in some elevators. Where it's
Yeah.
just copy
How it
after
keeps
copy.
getting smaller. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he draws of himself.
A bunch of pharaohs is just fading into the distance.
Kinda, yeah. All slightly moving, like that kind of lag.
This is like some wild flip book stuff, man.
But it's all on
So
one
it's
piece of
all
paper.
on one paper. Yeah,
But it's all on one paper.
But I
Alright.
don't understand. What are you drawing?
that's the loop.
Oh boy. Okay.
Where that's me. That's what Karg is experiencing.
How long do you think until he wakes up? She's looking at the cleric.
can-
Soon, but we don't know if this will be for better or worse.
What kind of unconscious is he?
A magical exhaustion.
Okay.
Sorry.
Not much I can do to help that.
No,
No.
not much really.
If you were of sound mind, he could immediately tell you how many times he's been putting me into those. I fight a lot. I don't always win.
You hear a noise suddenly popping up, and all of a sudden you hear
What the fuck?
That's Karg.
as you move over to peek down and try and see what's going on. You see him. He's awake. He still has that look to his face, and he just basically looks like he jumped out of bed, didn't know where he was, and just started trying to beat on one of the walls, and just looking around in this like slow crawl. Like he's trying to scope out the room before he realizes what's going on. Just seems to be like both resigned and furious at the same
Did you
time.
tell him
But
your
he also
name?
looks exhausted.
Emily, did you tell him your name before?
He didn't remember me.
But did
The
you
last-
tell him your name?
I told him I was Wallcleaver, and he said that they were just making treaties with us.
Ask him what is your name. Just shout it.
He can't
Yeah,
hear
man.
me.
I can let it down for a moment.
Okay.
He motions. He motions to a third person in the room who kind of looks up, just like, "You sure? All right." He lets it down for just a moment.
Karg,
He looks up at you.
what is my name?
Who are you?
Put it back up. I will give the best therapist hug I can. For being rather skinny, he radiates a lot of body heat, which is surprising.
He is a warm lad.
Is there a railing?
Yeah, you're gripping it.
It's bending.
Mm-hmm. Please don't bend the railing. Please.
We can find you something else to smash if you so desire.
Let's go with the railing.
We need to figure out how to get him out of this loop you spoke of.
I have an idea.
And that is...
I'll look to the cleric. I want this temple in my monastery / temple. It's not exactly a monastery, it's also a temple. We're not just a group of monks. Anyway, I want them to come together. So far, we seem to be the only people fully investigating it that we know of. And I know our guys don't get along, but if we put our heads together it'll be much better than us working alone.
You see, one of the guys he looks like he's bristling slightly, but the guy with the broken arm just kind of slowly looks down at his hand, looks back at you.
It's about time for us to stop fighting our gods' wars and actually get some things done, huh?
Ozor, get a pen. I need you to write a letter. Fastest couriers we've got. I don't care if you need to get pigeons if they're faster than what we've got. Come, he starts grabbing this guy who's like, the bristling guy's like, but he grabs him just with his other arm, just like, this guy, you know, his arm is broken, but the one that's working, more than good enough to grab him by the ear and just start yanking him, just like, come on, I'm not having any of this, come on.
Remember to put in the letter that I'm advising this. It won't give you much credit, but it'll give a
What was your name again?
Faris.
Faris. I'll make certain that is made aware to them. Come on. He shoves the guy forward. Come on, stop dilly-dallying. The guy's, he's not dilly-dallying. He's, you know, moving.
Venarin, Bermuno.
Alright. Awesome.
Are you gonna be able to sleep? No, Telly.
She's BRBing.
Oh.
The other cleric just sits down slowly and starts tapping his fingers, and the guy across the way is just kind of like sitting there, just kind of just chilling, big chilling.
Sees the hole in the wall.
Yeah, he sees the hole in the wall. He's like, oh, I'm gonna just not.
How much for the hole?
No, we will shape it and free it later.
I'll put 2 gold on his lap. Have a good day, and I'll follow.
And you as well, brother. Slasher, where are you at? Did you go out and... Yeah, you probably went out and are coming back with the ink and whatnot. So you're coming back in just like, ah, yes, I got all this ink and paper and no one's there. And you're just like, ah.
It's not just she hears a loud thud as the door, like...
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, by the way, he chases after. Also, what's the last thing you heard, Paris?
Huh?
What's the last thing you heard before you BRB'd?
I heard, can you sleep?
Yeah.
She shakes her head.
We're on the road. I'll drive through the night.
She just nods and goes to the cart.
You okay with that, Elisha?
We should not push our mount too hard. I will spell.
He's been resting throughout the day. He should be okay for now. We will not push him for too long, but we will leave now. We do no good, just sitting
BRB,
when
hang
someone
on.
else wants to sleep.
I agree. The faster we get there, the faster we can resolve this.
Exactly.
Alright. I'll wait till Paris is back before we describe what happens next and whatnot.
I said his last name fucked up, but it's fine.
You're fine, man.
Dude,
Insert here.
he's look how many fucking just. I don't know why I made his fucking name so complicated.
I guess you hate yourself or something.
But look at that, Mad.
It's something.
Yeah.
Pharaoh's Venarin Bremenral.
Sounds like lemon rolls.
Gosh,
Somebody better take those goddamn lemons. Like, we named the campaign after them.
I mean, to be
You'll just
fair,
have to wait and see.
there was some lemony rolls in there. It doesn't matter if the bag of lemons with us or not. They will live on in the rolls. That being said, we're just waiting on Paris to get back.
4 on the death save.
Yep. Also, Butters, were you expecting that little twist?
Nah. But my card theory was on point.
Oh, your card theory was on point for sure, yeah. But everything else was like you going, hold up, wait a minute.
The 4 years thing got me.
Mm. My Kark's theory still stands as far as I'm concerned because we haven't declared it.
Which one?
I
you
haven't
still-
told you.
Gosh dang it, send it to me so I can know, so I can let you know whether or not it's, even remotely close.
I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like big plot spoiler
I'm back.
kind of stuff.
Of course. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Alright, so you guys go back to get the cart. When you do so and you're, hooking up the mule for the cart, you do notice the mule, like, every now and then is, like, tossing its head, looks like it's, like, looking around and kind of making this soft
She'll rub the top of his head.
like nuzzles into your hand and looks around again.
He's not here.
Kind of like shuffles in place, looking confused, but allows for you guys to hook him up and seems to, in an animal's way, understand, but not comprehend. Just like it doesn't get what's going on, but it's following your direction regardless.
She'll put her forehead to the mule's. It'll be okay. I think we'll be okay.
Nuzzles into you.
She'll get into the cart.
The mule begins to clip-clop, take you guys forward. You guys begin traveling through the night.
If Rails needs to sleep, Ella will take over. Because ironically, I'm proficient in animal handling.
Good, because I sure as hell don't.
He does not. First, just spent the entire day resting,
Okay.
so he's fine.
So, Paris, you're
We'll
not
try
going
a
back.
bit.
I'm guessing you're not going back to get any of the things that you saw in this place.
No.
Didn't think
She's
so.
got it. She's
a
got
woman
it.
on a mission.
Yeah.
Wait, what things you saw?
I saw a little robot that I asked him to go get.
Oh, that's right.
Which you can
Actually,
definitely
will we
swing
have
by there.
passed it on the way?
You can pass it on the way.
Dude, I might as well treat myself. And she'll hop out the cart.
Okay. The place
Treat
is still
yourself.
open.
And she'll head over. Hello.
You see this very tired-looking drow just like scratching their side. Gives like a half wave.
Can you go to bed?
Yeah, it's my turn to take over the shop. How can we be of assistance? Sorry, I just woke up. Don't like the sun in my eyes and whatnot.
Mom says it's my turn to shop.
I asked the Kinku to save something for me.
Oh, what's your name?
Ellie.
Oh yeah, he like waves over and you see the little boxes with wings like fly over to the little ball who's like looking around, very confused, and they like kind of nudge it like, come on, come on. And he's like, huh? He kind of just clink, 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 clink. Comes over and it's got the little thing that's basically saying that you had asked him to hold it for you.
It was 200 gold, right?
250.
She'll hand him 250.
He takes it.
Oh, it's not the. I thought it was a different voice.
No, this is
It's not the Kinku.
this
It's a
is the
drop.
Yeah,
Oh.
Genku went to bed. He like
I'm surprised the drow wasn't something like half elf or something.
nope, just drow, full drow. He takes the creature and he says something in arcane, and then he moves over. He's like, hold out your hand real quick.
She'll hold her hand out.
He says something in some kind of arcane language, puts his hand on yours, and you see a
What's his anger?
It's in an arcane language, which basically sounds like your master is here, follow here. And he puts his hand on yours. You see the sigil on his hand drop down onto yours, and it kind of like flares for a second before fading away. And the little ball is just kind of like sitting there looking around, and then as soon as it finishes fading, it turns to look at you and like blinks slowly, and then gives you like this like little thumbs up.
You just got a magical club stamp.
That does get her to smile a bit. Come on then. She'll head back to the cart.
Clink, 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 clink. It's not
Thank
actually
you.
very loud. It's just that it's not trying to be, stealthy in the stone, so it's making a little bit more noise. Of course, safe travels, and make sure you take care of it. It'll take care of you. Just, you gotta. You'll figure it out. It'll help you figure it out.
She'll pick up the little orb with legs.
It's got wings too, so it can like, do a little flying around your head. It's as big as you are. Well, short actually, not as big as you, but it's big as it's as big as a medium-sized creature, but it's basically a Mike Wazowski
Oh my god.
with wings.
I found a nickel!
Oh my god.
This is a good day.
Guru.
Yes.
Nah, never mind. I was gonna do something, but I'll just do it outright.
Okay.
Ellie, when you get back to the cart, you find a pouch where you were sitting.
She'll pick up the pouch.
It jingles a little bit.
What the? She opens it.
There is 800 gold in there.
She's blinking. Who left their pouch?
Oh, that's your pouch.
No, it isn't.
It is now.
More blinking. Why?
Remember the hag heart?
Yeah.
That is one of her, roughly, give or take, what we received from selling it.
Oh. Oh wait, right. I did get some. Her brain just now registered. Oh wait, right. I have money on my person. Excuse me. I should probably give you that.
Meantime, which you can do in downtime and whatnot, make sure everyone's
Yeah.
properly paid. So you guys then go out of the city. The little robot every now and then will make like this kind of this humming, beep clicking type of sound. It's very confusing when it just suddenly like turns around and starts like doing that, and then when like no one responds, it just kind of like gives like this
Do you
thumbs
like
up.
some coffee?
It like looks at you, looks at the coffee, looks at you, looks at the coffee, kind of like kind of squints slightly. It's not sure, but it sees that you're like offering it something. And it's like, do you offer it a cup?
Yeah.
It slowly holds out its hands and takes it. And it. His eye scrunches and it's just like, Keeps taking sips and looking like, what is this? Takes another sip.
no,
What
you've
is
already-
this?
You caffeinated. She puts her head in her hands and you can see her still laughing. Why did you caffeinate my little machine?
I'm not sure. What is his name?
I don't know.
What is your name?
Like looks up at you, like blinks with its big eye.
What? I don't think it speaks common. I think it understands it, but
You know what he looks like?
Hmm?
He looks like a Michael.
call him Mikey.
How about just Mike?
Ah, fine. Yes, I absolutely went with that, Butters. Absolutely.
Oh well.
Everybody gets the reference. Let's move on.
Alright, so you guys travel through the night. Eventually, are any of you going to try and get sleep, or...
Depending upon how long the caffeine takes to crash.
If you're still drinking coffee throughout the whole thing, you're
No,
getting to the point that you're almost going to crash several times.
She stopped
Okay.
after like the third cup when they were back in the temple.
You get more than close. You're pretty much like getting ready to like right around where dawn's coming. Like you're obviously trying to keep yourself, mind active enough to, but it's just, and there's just, oh, you're sure that there's, you're getting tired.
I'm saying if she started to crash while they were in the cart, she would have gone to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
So you're able to get sleep.
As I see she
Hang
starts
on, I'll
getting
be
like
right back.
heavy.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, now I'm back.
Back again.
I feel like at some point, as I see she's starting to get tired, Forrest like gets a slight smile on his face, slows the cart down very still enough where it'll keep going, and I'll like keep the reins held with like my feet a little bit, and I started playing a bedtime song on my line.
Oh my god. Yeah, that chaos.
Roll for liar.
Jeez, no, he don't even need to. The moment there's just quiet,
Peaceful
calm
strumming.
music, yeah, she's out.
I just imagine she's out by the third quarter.
Yeah, roughly. She's still holding onto your Gordax, though. So, mild.
And he will just will relax generally. And then drive for the. At one point, I like offer the horse some coffee.
You gave the horse some coffee.
I offer.
You're gonna decapitate the mule.
It drinks it in confusion.
Not hot at all. Like this would be cold, chill.
It's still very just like, wait, what?
All right. He's probably gonna get some bad shits going on. Dude.
Eventually, you guys as you're continuing on, still having yourself more than enough time to do as you need to do to travel forward. Eventually, you guys get to another place where you can stop for the night. The mule is tired. Like as soon as you actually stop and just like you unhitch the mule and you're like getting ready to get everything together, the mule just like goes over to an area after you guys feed it and just kind of looks at you all and just like lays his head down. You just hear it go.
Once like they get it saddled up, she'll kind of like rub its head like, sorry.
Oh, Forrest isn't gonna wake you up when he's hitching the car.
Yeah. So,
Oh, she would have woken up probably halfway through this cart trip. She's essentially getting short rest worth of sleep. Not short rest, like, I guess, like, instead of, like, the normal 8 hours, it would be 6 to 7 is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'd argue you only need 6 hours of sleep to get a long rest, because that's all I used to do during school.
You
Go to
can,
sleep
it's
at-
just that it will
Go,
eventually
go to
start
sleep
wearing
at
on you.
12 every night. Exactly, it won't be good for you, but go to sleep at 12 every night, wake up at 6:15.
You can do it, but it's just not healthy. That being said, you guys eventually get back into a more standard sleep schedule. Eventually. You're exhausted, but you're able to keep moving forward. You're trying to keep going to where you can actually get some answers.
By the way, each day Forrest writes in the journal more and more. It's like every page is a different day, except that like the info dump day, where it's like that one day is like 3 pages.
Mm.
You're trying to get back all that memory.
Because he didn't think that memory would stay at all. He thought it would be leaving soon. Also, Guru, do you want to tell them what you DM'd me about the chances of what happened?
On a D100 is a 1 to 10 out of a D100.
In terms of madness or staying not mad?
Not being kept in the loop. Which means that Pharos almost was lost to you guys as well, and Pharos
Two
had no new
characters
character.
down in 1 week.
Yeah.
2 characters down in 1 week. Oh
But
my
you
dear
want
Christ.
you want to know what I rolled?
Nat
You roll a
1.
9.
9!
He actually did DM me 9, yeah.
Yeah. I actually did roll a 9. That was what I rolled. I'm like,
Bless-
this son of
blessed
a gun is...
be-
when you
yeah.
said you
Bless-
lucky son of a bitch, I kind of figured.
You want to know the funny thing about Karg?
Did he roll an 11?
No, he was on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh my god, he rolled a fucking 90, didn't he?
98.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Blessed be the German wizard.
Both times he
9.
rolled above 90. Yep. He is just stuck in that loop.
Yeah, she's not resting well.
Understandable.
You see, like, when they stop in a town that she can get metal in, if she's not asleep or trying to kill something with her axe, and by which I mean she is hitting trees,
Mm-hmm.
then she's welding.
Guru, is winter coming?
Sorry. Sorry.
No, you guys are actually moving in towards summer. Right now you're in springtime.
I would like to buy some straw.
Okay. You're making a hat?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, caught on.
I'm gonna build a hat. It comes a full floppy sun hat, floppy to be exact. And I want it to have a green like sash at the top of it, kind of thing, with like just the depiction of 2 people holding hands and just like different areas with each other,
Mhm.
doing different things.
Okay.
One bigger than the other.
Okay. So you're working on that when you're not driving. Ellie is... Are you doing that when you're in the cart you're trying to weld?
Sometimes, depending upon how bumpy the road is.
Okay. There are areas where it's a lot smoother. It's clearly not as much gravel or stone. It's clearly been smoothed out, especially as you're getting closer towards Emerald Towers. But as you're getting closer to Emerald Towers, you actually see one of the biggest, one of the biggest hardships of getting to Emerald Towers.
Is it a big ass fucking ravine?
No, it's big as fucking mountain.
Right!
We don't go down, we go up.
Is there a path?
There's several passages and such that have been formed and forged by dwarves who have gone up and settled in little places on the mountains where you can see little like villages that are cliff hanging, like literally built out of the mountain.
Of course, because
Of course, dwarfs. And there's a few places where you can actually see like you see like these forms, and then you realize that they're giant goats with dwarves on the backs. Just like basically Skyrim on this edge that they should not be able to get on, just kind of looking down at you all before jumping, like, again, Skyrim just boing, 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 boing up the mountainside cliff. It's just like, wait, it can do what? As it's just going up.
I didn't drink coffee today. Please tell me I'm not the only one who saw that.
As we drive by one of them, can I say, "May I pet your goat?"
The guy kind of looks at you, gently taps the goat, and the goat just jumps over, like looks up next to you, leans its head forward slowly.
I will give neck scrunches.
You give it the scrunches, and once you're done, the goat goes boing, 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 boing. Starts going back up the mountainside cliff. Just not on the path. Just like goes on the path for a second, then just jumps back on. Like it does not give any sort of heck about this wall. It's just gonna go straight.
As you say, hell yeah! As you say that, these farming girls, aren't those some beautiful horses?
Her head snaps to look at you.
I put my hand on Ellie's shoulder and I lean in real close and I say,
Tell him nothing.
You say that, sir, and her head instead swivels to like look at you like, what? And she looks confused, but she just puts her head in her hands and says nothing.
Also, make a nature check as you see the bow on the back of the dwarf as the goat is going away.
me?
Anyone who wants to.
Okay. Oh,
Out of character, Guru. He totally knew that was a goat. He just wanted to make Ellie laugh.
Good. You can roll a nature check as well. You've seen goats like this, so you'd have an idea of what's going on with that bow. And that's what's funny. Yeah, oh yeah. As part of the monastery, there's some people who like to use various simple weapons such as bows. There isn't as much wood in the mountains, so you're not exactly going to be going out and making a lot of wooden bows. It's not going to be as prevalent.
Is that a bow made of steel?
That's a bow made of goat horn.
Oh, dope.
Oh wait, wouldn't you have me roll smith tools for that instead?
It is made of goat horn, not iron.
You want
It
Smith?
is made of bone. This is, or not bone. Whatever horns are made of. I'm not sure if that's actually
Still
bone.
technically bone.
It's a
yeah.
type of bone.
Coming out of the
It's
skull.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, these are bone bows.
What the hell would you roll to figure out bone then, if not smith tools?
Carvers?
Probably carver's tools.
But you don't. Never mind.
It's an artisan tool, but I'm not sure that it would be smithing kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd
smithing
be wood
is for-
carvers either.
Not wood carvers. Hold on, I can look through the tools.
And I asked me to let me like roll smith tools for the boar tusks.
because you would be aware of how those can be forged with iron. This is made completely out of bone. There's no
Okay, fair.
iron to the
You guys
construction of
let
this.
me pet goat? I don't know why I mentioned Ralph from Ed, Edd and Eddie.
Ah, you think
Head
that you
boys,
many doors,
head
Ed boys.
mini doors, yeah. You're
I-
the one with the girls' legs.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
Yep,
You
yes,
said
I
Rolf, and I thought of the fucking hat of shame. What is that? It is the hat of shame. Do you live in a cave?
Yeah, pretty much.
One of those genius TV shows of all time.
Right.
Yes. Which to be fair, I may actually call this episode "Many Doors" because of the fact that Pharaoh saw many of himself, and there are many doors he could have taken, but he took the correct one.
Mini doors, yes.
Tinker's tools, wouldn't it, Guru?
Maybe.
Ah.
I can see it being Tinkers.
Yeah.
Let us continue up this road with horses.
As you
God.
eventually get more towards the top, there's a little village that's on the outside of the mountain, but There's definitely sounds coming from the cave behind it that state that, there's more of a city within it. It's, Dwarven City. As, people are, just having a good time. One of them kind of is like, motions to you. Staying for a bit, or you're heading on over the mountainside?
We're heading, but what would you like to say?
Well, it all depends. Some people, they prefer to go more towards the top so they can get a view of the entire place before they actually head towards the Emerald Towers.
What is
There's
the quickest way, sir?
Quickest way is if you go straight through the mountain here. Just go. There's literally a path that if you just keep going straight through, you'll get to the other side of the mountain in a couple hours.
Thank you, sir.
No
How
problem.
much money would you like for this advice?
Yeah, I'll take a couple pieces of silver. Don't mind. If you got a gold, I wouldn't exactly say no.
I'll give him 2 gold pieces.
Now you understand the value of information. Take care of
Yes, sir,
yourselves.
I do.
He rubs the gold together like nice. Puts it in
Wait,
his pocket.
so I have a question.
Yes.
Pharaohs.
Forest, yes?
Forest. I don't know why I keep wanting to call you Pharaohs. Jesus. Your monastery is here?
No, not at all. I just don't believe my monastery will believe.
So why did we come here?
Emerald Towers is not far. I have to find. Okay, so I found 2 scrolls. Right?
Yes. A scroll was
scroll.
sent back to the monastery.
Found one scroll at the monastery, I believe, and another was sent back, saying that we almost got in a war. But people were not sure and didn't want to believe it.
So you need to get that to get proof.
One is a fluke, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is proof. And
She's not rad.
if I get this third, they'll believe me. Hopefully. I know some people will, but not everyone trusts me like that.
Just direct me at what wall to break and I'll smash it down.
Okay. Wait a minute. I'm almost 30.
Yeah.
The other week I was 25. Now I am almost 30.
Wait. Oh god, Kark's 31? Yes.
Yeah. Card old man thing just made you laugh.
He is an old man.
Yep, Card's old man thing did make you laugh. I knew it. 4 years, so much could have happened. Could have made more friends. Could have.
So yeah, that would
Good,
be
you
that he'd be
remember-
30.
Do I
Another
remember what hurt her good? Cause like what army?
The army would have been one that she was fighting against Dervalk.
So just the Durok army?
Yes. Dervalk and Helison were allied, and Forfil and Mervale were allied. Which
We're in the continent of my monastery, right?
Yes,
not continent, but country.
yes. Mervale is where you have had your monastery, yes.
And do I know anybody that works at the Emerald Tower?
Not personally.
Okay.
You know a few people who have come and gone from there, but you don't know anyone who like you don't have this deep familial bond. It's just, you've met them a few times. It was like, hey, we're passing acquaintances.
I know I have somebody that works at a place similar to the Emerald Tower,
Mhm.
or some kind of thing like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But yes, let's go. We should do this quickly.
Agree.
Exiting the cave, you are able to get a good view of the Emerald Tower off in the distance. And
Is
you
it
can-
actually green?
when the light hits it, there is a emerald glow that seems to come off of it. Yes, and it's pretty far away, but despite the distance, you can see it pushing up into the sky like a monolith with two other towers, similar in the fact that there's still that emerald glow when the light hits it, near that central tower that just seems to loom over the rest of the city. There's a few other buildings that like try to build up, try and get close to these monoliths, but it's clear that these three are the big deal in this city. This is the capital for a reason. There's high walls around it. This place is not impregnable, but at the same time it looks like it would be able to keep out a good number of entities, possibly even make it difficult for the wall breakers to break through this wall. Possibly. But then again, you're not sure if the wall breakers have ever tried.
Okay.
And you also see the path going down, and a small little village at the bottom of the mountain, and then the Emerald Towers themselves. Making your way down is fairly simple. There are dwarven patrols who move across the mountainside, making sure that there's no bandits trying to hackle you across the way. Or, sorry, heckle you, not hackle, heckle you across the way. You guys are able to make your way down to the village, make your way through, until you guys are at the gate of Emerald Towers. And just looking at the walls, it's a good 70 to 100 feet high. This is not something meant to be just easily run over in a blink of an eye by a monk. This is not something that's meant to be leapt over or have things easily thrown over it. This is meant to be a fortress.
Guru, you said 70 to 100 feet tall?
At least.
At least? Alright.
Essentially meaning that if a monk was wanting to run up it, they'd have to be at the base of the wall to run up it first, which would give people time to greet them, if you will.
True enough.
Is this place completely guarded, or is it just like an open gate kind of thing?
It's an open gate, but it's completely guarded.
Okay, fair enough.
Like they're not in a time of war where they're like rebuffing people. People with carts are getting their carts searched to make sure that they're not bringing in contraband or things of that nature.
Is my little fucking robo contraband?
Maybe.
What the fuck? They're looking at it, and it looks over at them and gives like this little mechanical wave, just like hello.
You got a problem with Mikey?
No, just I ain't never seen nothing quite like it before. Actually, let me roll for
You
one.
build it up.
The other
You
guy
got it.
just got emotion. Is just like it's one of those salesmen from Niverton. Came through a few times. It's not okay per se, but it's fine enough. Leave it be. All right, just make sure it doesn't get into any mischief.
Follows me around.
He shakes his head slightly, just like, oh my, people these days.
If he's getting into mischief, I'm getting into mischief. And right now, I'm a woman on a mission, so...
Good.
Do you need anything else?
Stay on that mission and keep out of trouble. Motions you guys
Turns her head
inside.
forward.
Hmm?
She turns back to face forward.
Yep. You guys are sent back in through. And the place is noisy. There are people all over. In terms of city, this is definitely one of the bigger cities you've ever encountered. having the space to keep all these people, you've never seen a tribe this big. Like, Niviten was a eye-opener of just how big things should be. This is bigger.
Did you just say tribe?
Yes, for you.
Okay.
Yeah, for you specifically. Like, you've seen a tribe of people, like, a good-sized group of people. Niviten, much bigger, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is big. This, massive.
You
Even
said
compared to
tribe, but I
that.
thought I was surrounded by people just walking around with fucking tats and shit.
I mean, there are a few people who have various tattoos and whatnot, but they don't appear to be tribal. They appear to be like people with like one arm that has various tattoos that run across their arm specifically.
Is
One person has
there-
it running across like their face in a very, not tribal, but very specific, almost methodical sort of manner. Which,
Is there any chance that I see anyone with tribal tattoos just looking around?
make a perception check. Also, Mad. The tattoos, you can roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Wow!
Guru, don't mind me. I'll be doing the back, like the voices in the background. Oh, hello, girl. So,
Oh my god!
I am so happy to meet you.
Elliot and Talon would get along like fucking fire. It would be awful.
I feel like they're both just the right level of stupid. Like, yeah, dragon, it needs to die. Like, they're just the right level of stupid. Like,
Right.
Dragon?
right?
Yeah, sure, we go fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, fight.
Oh, and their sparring matches would be fun as hell.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they would be. With an 18, you've never... Actually, aren't you from Emerald Towers? Remind me, correct me if I'm wrong.
I know you at least stayed there for a time.
Mad.
Madrino!
Hmm.
'Cause I don't remember you saying if you remembered where you were from with your backstory, but I remember you mentioning Emerald Towers for part of your backstory stuff.
I don't think I mentioned it in my backstory stuff. No.
Hold
I
on.
tell you mentioned a circus.
Going through this 1 second. Is this where I needed to go, though, Guru?
This is one of the places that you needed to gain information from, yes. This is a big place where if there was, certain information that you needed, you would find it here.
Hang on 1 second. Oh boy. This is backstory stuff, Guru.
That's what I figured.
But I'm not from here.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I figured you spent time here at the very least. So for
Yeah.
you, this hustle and bustle is nothing too new, but it's still a spectacular sight all the same. It's like one of those things where like you've been gone into like a little town for a while and then you come back to the big city and it's just like, yeah, this is different.
Okay, sorry, back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What happened? Why do you sound like that?
Oh, reasons.
Obviously reasons.
Motherfucker!
With your Arcana check, you've been here at one point, and so you do have an idea about what those tattoos are. They are essentially tattoos that allow you to store a single spell, which will recharge once per day. Or rather, once per long rest.
Am I aware what kind of spells there?
It depends on the ink that is used, which requires special preparation. It requires generally pretty rare materials, so it's not something that's incredibly easy to procure. But the materials necessary are based around the type of magic that is being put into the spell and the value of it is based off of the level.
Okay.
So think of it like how you have ink that is specially for writing spells. This is specially treated ink that's more expensive than the ink you use for your spells, that is used to tattoo these spells onto people. And they always have this faint arcane glow to them.
Gotcha.
So like, when, some people like it on their face because he's like, hey, I have something here that might be protecting me, or it might just be like, hey, at some point I might cast comprehend languages because I can. There's a variety of different options. Generally, you can only have so many on your body before your body starts to be unable to have it containing that much magic, and it can actually start to hurt you. But it depends on who you are and how you do it. And if the person person doing it is competent enough to know that you're not supposed to do more than however many.
Right.
So yeah, that is something that you notice. Perception for tribal tattoos. You do notice one person, Paris. They look to be like just a beggar, just kind of like sitting off to the side, just like on hard times, need gold. Or actually, not even gold. Needs silver to get food.
She tilts her head and approaches them.
Kind of like
Do I
glances at
notice any specific tattoos on them?
you. Roll a history check.
I'm great at these.
No, 10's
Not
still
bad.
pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad at all. With a 10, you were aware of a tribe known as the Sandwalkers. And this has all the indications of him being amongst them. It's more to the north, between some of the border between Mervale and Hellison.
Why are you here?
I glance up at you. Oh, even with his negative. I have journeyed a long way, Wallbreaker. Why have you come to Emerald Towers?
Very personal business.
My business was personal until I ran out of sustenance. I am now just a hungry person wanting to get by.
Why are you not with your tribe?
Personal business. He's got it's like a faint, tired smile.
Do I per chance recognize like the? Because I remember you telling me that the tattoo, that there was a certain tattoo that would mean that they were exiled, essentially.
No tattoo saying that he was exiled. No, there's not the addition to his tattoo that says he's exiled. He came here of his own volition.
Pull out your hand for me.
He holds it out.
Put the 10 platinum she has in his hand.
He kind of like stares at it for a moment, like slowly curls his hand around it, and slowly pushes himself to his feet and puts it into a bag. And you can see, like, when he's standing, he's fairly built. He's kind of a, rugged sort of person, but for all of, he's not tall. Like, he comes up to, like, at least chin. But
This guy's like 5'8".
he's like 5'8" at least. Like, so he's still tall enough. It's just you're a tall woman. Is there anything I can do to be of assistance to you, Wallbreaker? People say things without realizing I am listening.
Forrest, can you come here? Hey!
Yes. What do you need?
I've made a friend.
Hello,
Hello, Mr. Faros. It's a pleasure.
that is my name.
A friend who can hear things that we would be missing.
Okay.
What exactly would we be looking out for in this place? Because she doesn't quite know how to phrase this.
Say that again.
She asked what exactly would be needing to listen for this place. Because she knows they're on a mission, but she's not quite sure how she would want, or how you would want her to phrase it.
Nothing. I don't think. I might be.
I know where I have to go, Guru, right? To
It's
find it?
yeah, it's in one of the Emerald Towers.
Is it guarded?
I'll be allowed
all
in.
down.
It should be.
Yeah, they're all guarded, but
I'm not stealing anything, if that is what you're asking.
Okay, thank goodness.
No. It is technically not full property of my temple, but it is notes or a script that would be from us.
Then I guess nothing, then. She smiles at him.
he
I
nods
mean-
slowly.
Kinda have to stick together. There's not a lot of us in the same place.
Of course. I kind of like leans back slightly, kind of glances around. I would be wary of something.
Hmm?
It is just something I have noticed. You'll forgive me if I seem off with what I am saying, but I have noticed people growing hostile towards certain types of people.
Dwarves.
Genasi.
I noticed that too.
Oh yeah, Guru, did I get anything about Ganassi in my memories?
Oh, I will send that to you real quick. Actually, no, you don't get anything about Genasi. My apologies. Nothing about the Genasi pops into your head. So that is still a mystery for you.
Actually, can you keep an eye out for someone?
Yes.
Poster.
He takes a look at it, looks it over, tries to memorize it, gives a little nod. I will do my
Obviously,
best.
the actual face, not the.
Obviously not the one on the other side, of course.
You said your name was.
Roland.
You say Rowan?
Roland.
Okay. She'll hold her hand out.
He
I'm
takes it.
Elizabeth.
It is good to
Roll,
meet you.
roll.
Keep rolling. I was trying desperately not to. Actually, Don, now that I think about it,
Mhm.
would there be like a specific tattoo for leader for her tribe?
Generally, no, because if you are, voted down, or they have you, removed from being tribesman, having you be a former tribesman would just be, extra work and such like that. So it's basically just like, if you are a leader, that is for the tribe to know. Outsiders do not necessarily need to know it. It's just something that is, nice every now
Okay.
and then if you're being, the nice sort of person you are.
Just curious.
No worries.
She'll wave at him. Thank you very much.
Of course. And may you always be quick on your feet when moving through the sand. Don't linger too long. Gives a little bow and starts moving into the city to do something. Take care of some business and whatnot.
She'll get back in the cart. Well, on the bright side, we've made a friend.
That is always good.
You can never have too many friends.
Moving
To
into
be
the
fair,
city.
too much of anything is a bad thing.
Moving into the city. Are you guys going to look for an inn to get rooms at first, or
Ellie would want to head straight to the tower.
everyone else?
Follow the big, scary barbarian lady.
Straight to the tower is fine for me.
Okay.
For now.
Of course. Making your way to... Oh, excuse me. My throat started giving out on me there for a second. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Making your way to where you're able to see the tower that should be the one that you were discussing. It is the westernmost tower. So when you were looking at it, there were 3 towers. It'd be basically the one to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you an idea. Actually, I can draw a rudimentary drawing if you wish.
Alright.
Very rudimentary. Don't laugh.
Tee
Oh my gosh. As you
Every
approach,
time you do that voice.
there are many guards out front.
Oh.
You know, just patrolling with
What's the
people at
biggest
doors.
motherfucker I see? No.
Biggest one you see? Minotaur.
Ooh!
Barrel-chested, thick-shouldered, heavy armor.
Approaching.
As you approach,
I'm not gonna spar. I'm not gonna spar.
you can see that like they're like looking like they're ready to cross cross blades over the entrance, but when they see that you're approaching the Minotaur specifically, he kind of like glances to his fellow, who's another big person, but not quite as tall and burlesque as his friend, but
Burlesque is not the right word.
that's the
Not-
wrong word. I don't know the
Burly?
right word. Burly, thank you. I don't know why
Wait, this
burlesque
isn't-
came out.
Look at
Burly.
what? This motherfucker got lacy stockings.
No. I mean, to be fair, you don't know. You could have a lacy bra under there.
It's like Joe from Family Guy. Who wears shorts?
I wear shorts.
So you approach him, and he gives you like a very quick once over. Kind of shifts in place to kind of not be relaxed, but just be a little bit more just upright as he leans on his halberd. Just give you a slight nod.
What the? I'm sorry. I thought of like the douchebag flirt way, that like you would lean on a pole or something. Please tell me that's not it.
No, he's leaning on away from it.
Okay. Oh, thank God. I'm
Oh,
like, I'm gonna have to deck a Minotaur. Okay.
Hello, my name is Flawless. I am here on business of the...
Welcome to the Emerald Tower, home
Okay.
of knowledge.
That's what I was hoping for. And I'll wander inside.
He like as soon as you begin wandering, they kind of like put their blades over.
Like,
Do you
that was
have
an
a
invitation to go in.
reservation with us?
Um,
Not say that you could come in.
You said welcome. That usually means
Welcome does not mean come in.
Wizards and people of the monastery here in the
I thought-
reservation?
I believe so. I was told to come.
We will have it sent in to see if you have that reservation, so that you
How long will that take?
can take some time.
Define some time, please.
Depends upon the time it's sent from the courier who brought in the information to set up an appointment.
Ooh, I'm gonna DM you something.
Okay.
Far's about to do some sneaky shit.
Oh,
I mean,
This is-
since she's talking
this
to
is-
him, he's distracted, so this'll work.
This is... Oh no, not like that.
I don't understand. Give me an estimate, please.
I think Guru is about to understand what he's about to do by this question.
This should be great.
The silence.
Hold on.
Tell them you see he hesitated.
Mhm.
Tell them someone very close to Anapto would like to speak.
Anupto. Glances to his
Anupto.
companion, looks back to you. We'll make sure they are aware. You may want to get yourself a room, just in case.
Where tell us a certain tavern to go to, we will be there.
If you're looking for one that doesn't have spit on its floors from the people who have no regard for cleanliness. He looks like he rolls his eyes, you're like, oh my gosh, these people. Then
Anything is fine.
he's the closest one to give you some kind of respite would be the Ivory Light.
And there shall be.
A friend of mine runs this place.
Is he another big minotaur like you?
No, she is not.
Is she big?
You can say that.
I just can't with the way that he put that. He's squinting.
Tell her that Tubor sent you.
Dubor?
Tubor.
She holds her hand out.
After a moment, he reaches out a hand and shakes it.
That's what reminded me of. Oh God, I remember.
She wants to see how
Tobor.
strong he is.
He's beating you.
You see a slow smirk crawl across her face.
Like he feels like you hear the armor crink slightly, and you hear it creak back, and you're like, yes, Tubor.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
I remember that.
She smirks and tilts her head. I like you. Nice to
Don't
meet you,
get in-
Tubor.
Don't get in any trouble, please.
If there's any trouble, then I promise you it's self-defense.
I should hope as much. Kind of motions you all. Emotions with the halberd. Just if you go down that way, you'll be able to find it fairly quickly.
Thank you.
He gives a little nod.
Also,
Travel
good.
safely.
How's that hat coming along?
By this point, the hat should be done.
I go, oh, by the way, Ellie. Then I'll run to the back of the cart and pull out the big floppy sun hat with the cloth of just basically two people just enjoying time together and doing various things.
She takes it.
Even one of the moments is back to back. One, the small one's holding a giant over for comedic effect sized sword, and the other one is like you see as he's raising or they're raising their hand, the color on that piece of cloth gets lighter. Like instead of a darker green, it becomes much lighter of a green. I feel this would be
She
acceptable.
starts laughing, and she hugs it to her chest. She puts it to her face, and then you can hear her crying.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. It's not. I do
And-
appreciate it.
There's another moment where the small one is holding the.
It's just. I don't want to think about what could happen if we can't fix this.
Well, there are people much stronger than I are, and there are people much stronger than that cleric that broke me out of my stupor. So, with that, I think we have a chance. It just might take time.
I can't lose him.
And I don't think you will. I believe you
have
will.
them?
We'll hug back.
I'm okay. I'm okay. She'll put on the hat.
I'm very happy to have met you folks a few weeks.
Glad to have met you too.
ago.
Come on. We should head to the inn.
Also, did I mention what Iron Flask was? A while back I heard that the King of Durrock found an iron.
I haven't heard of it, no.
It's a thing.
Would I have heard of this?
Roll an Arcana check.
Would
I kinda figured it was
have-
magic.
Or a history check.
Would I have any advantage on this?
For...
What you typically put inside of an iron flask.
I'm
Promise
free.
you that you can't see my face.
Mm-hmm.
Is this... Why would that be the one that gives you advantage on that?
I mean, it's pertaining.
DM me the thing that's pertaining so I understand what you're thinking.
Dustin, you're like, help
you're making
me.
this like, this should be obvious. Me, a dumbass. Oh, yeah, it's obvious. Hold on. Why would that give you advantage?
Because of my backstory.
Hold on, part of your backstory mentions that.
If you're looking at my
If you're gonna
backstory
say
and bio,
no,
I
just say
haven't
no.
mentioned-
Right.
No, just roll the check
Okay.
Arcana or history, you said.
of your choice.
Of my choice.
It'll
That's
never
it.
happen but YOLO!
0.
It didn't show up for me.
She
No,
DM
I
rolled it by
actually
accident.
jammed. I
Oh.
rolled a fucking nat
Natural
1 with
one.
my -1 modifier.
I mean, it's not as bad as the Z -2s, but you know.
Yeah, you're right.
-3s, thank you.
No, -2s when you roll a nat 1.
Oh yeah, but no, -3s total, thank you.
-3 totals. I wasn't demeaning your -3. I remember.
Alright,
Big
so
remember.
fat reservoir.
it is a item that is an ancient artifact, and apparently he dug it up from this ancient, crypt type thing. And I'm saying this like while we're just like saying we're around a table or something at this inn.
Yeah.
By the way, when you go inside the place, when he said that she's big, yeah, that's a Loxodon.
Ow!
Paris's lady boner just extended.
I
No,
just heard
it's
it
more
just,
just like, big lady, holy shit, fight! Ah!
How big's the ceiling in this place?
Get
You're-
Ellie off the table,
Tall.
she's about to tackle an elephant.
it's tall, like it's a good probably 12 feet tall. Like, granted, she is not 12 feet tall herself, but at the same time, it is clearly meant to have like
assuming she's
a
bigger than me.
chandelier and such. Oh yeah,
I'm assuming she's bigger
yeah,
than me.
she's bigger than you.
I
Like, let me put it this way. She'd be a little bit able to look down at Benrora.
Oh
Nice.
my god!
how tall is Renora again, feet wise?
She's like 8'2".
8'6".
Oh, in which case she'd be eye level.
Nice.
I thought she was
Which is
8'2"
still
as well.
fucking ridiculously tall for a furbolg.
Yes.
Only
Yes.
6 inches taller than the regular Furbolg. Thank
Yeah,
you very
that
much.
is still ridiculously tall.
I mean,
Furbolgs
furbolgs are
are-
ridiculously huge anyway.
Yes, but they're supposed to be like
Furbolg
8 feet.
barely hit 8 feet usually.
Yeah.
Not according to what I found height-wise.
That's because you were looking at the old version before they made it, for 5e.
Mhm. No, I was looking at 5e, man.
Squints at you and Orcish.
I actually saw one that says like 7 to 9 feet, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
side on that one.
I actually could have gone taller.
Not according to Guru, because he told you to swallow the fuck.
Swallow
just,
the fuck
just,
out.
just a little bit, just a little bit.
Hey, I already did, Guru.
I know.
You know
So-
it.
Also,
I'm sorry. The first thing that Ellie does upon seeing a large. First of all, do I know what she is?
nature check.
That's a good point, yeah.
Both of
Let's
you.
see if we
All of you.
actually
All
know.
of you. Actually, the only one who doesn't have to roll one would be Butters. You've seen one before.
No, okay.
Hey,
Second of all,
wait, why have I seen one?
This one in your temple. Well,
work
more than
here.
one. There's like 5 of them.
good.
Yes, you know.
Second of all,
I
she
have my
won't-
hand on her arm. I'm like, wait,
not sparring.
we're having a conversation.
Okay.
So, this iron flask is an ancient artifact that can summon evil things. And apparently they're evil enough to be able to destroy the world.
Depending on.
So
what's
why
in it.
not break it?
Because he wanted to use it.
So why not break him?
That's what my monastery was going to do. Apparently, even including me. There was a list of volunteers to get on the front lines. Apparently, I signed it.
You have bigger balls than I thought you did.
Hmm.
And that's
Thank
saying
you.
something, considering you went into a room with a feral orc.
I've seen angrier. As they say, hell hath no fury for a female half-orc scorn. Good luck anyone stopping her, including me.
Hang on.
Mhm.
I now want to see Art as with Forrest, but with a Jimmy Neutron head.
Brain blast.
She kind of like looks at that. I have a really funny story that is about my fucking fighter friend Alicia, but I will tell you that later. Iron Flask.
Not right. But yeah. What about the Iron Flask?
You were talking about the person who wanted to use it and destroy the world and how you were on the front lines in order to break him?
Well, fight him. We're going to invade his castle. He's the king.
One other thing, Butters,
Mhm.
is that you,
Mhm.
with the new memories that you got, you don't know or comprehend how, but you do know that during the war, the king that you were going to go fight was King Sunfell.
Oh! It's not who I think it is.
Who do you think it is?
Is he still the current king of Duran?
No, the one that's currently, like, people know the name of the current king of Dervok as being King Dominan.
Alright, does that name...
Isn't that the one that Cheshire was talking to us about?
That was
From his
18.
book.
Oh, from his book? Oh.
From the book that he had. It mentioned, from one page to another, King Dominan as the current one, when they were, mentioning tensions and then mentioning, that they had, resolved the issues.
I also remember being told that the king that there is now came out of nowhere.
It is all very confusing.
Before you came into the party,
Mm-hmm.
we were dealing with something in a town a couple weeks from here. They had weird storms going on, very, very weird storms. We found out that it was due to a portal to the elemental plane that had appeared.
Which one?
I'm thinking air, because that's what kept hitting me.
Makes sense.
But we met this woman in Mountain, and when we were talking to her, she mentioned that there was a king in Dravok who popped up out of nowhere.
Yes.
Because there was a different king before, and then there was a new king who just popped up, and oh god, she had the memory issue as well.
Something tells me I got incredibly lucky.
You're
when it
like
comes to
really,
opening that
really
muffled.
base. You're basely
You're muffled.
Something tells me I got really lucky when I broke out of that loop. I think even Lathander is curious about what is going on at this point.
Why wouldn't a god be curious? There's a mass memory wipe going on across an entire continent.
That's also assuming he doesn't already know, but gods don't know everything.
No. I wouldn't assume. I don't think anything knows everything. You only have so many eyes.
Some things are said to know everything.
I don't believe that.
Gods, not always. Some gods may.
So the first thing that we need to do is figure out a way. Wait until you can get into that power and get what you need, and then we have to head back to your monastery to bring it back?
Yes.
Or do we need... Okay. And
And
where's your
something-
monastery?
Tells me they might get closer, or we might get a little bit faster. But I might also get a fierce talking to, when we go in there. But that's besides the.
I mean, I could take the fall for you. It's not like it's not the first time I've had to do that.
It's fine. But my monastery is how many weeks from here?
At least a month and a half.
At least a month and a half away from here.
You see your eyes widen?
I know I've traveled a distance.
He's in that state for a month and a half.
Yes, so
And that's just travel there.
it's awful, but it's the best. Unless someone here can teleport us, but then we have to leave our cart and our mule behind.
Hang on, sorry.
Hmm?
Okay, sorry.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
She just drags her hand down her face. Month and a half from here. Probably a month to come back. 2.5 months stuck in that loop.
No. 3 months. Because, right? A month and a half there.
here.
Back.
How long did it take us to get from where we were to here?
A week.
Oh, Lord.
About 3 months. Yes, or we could try to teleport from here, but it would cost money, and we might have to leave the mule behind, unless we also pay for the mule to be teleported.
I'm willing to pay for the fucking mule. Carl would choke me if he comes out and his mule is in a completely different country.
Alright.
City.
No, it's just yeah, okay. City, yes. I say we should all just. Have you tried meditation, Ellie?
Beating things up is my meditation.
Watch. Try this. Close your eyes.
Okay. She'll shut her eyes. I'm just waiting for her to, like, stun strike her.
Make your breathing on a loop. Sorry for using that word. On a set a bass rhythm for your breathing. Something simple. Focus on it. Make it the only thing you think about. The sound of your breath. And I'll just see how long that works for.
Do I have to roll anything, or should I sit?
By the way, I'm not sure if that's how I meditate, at least.
Mhm.
And that's not even. Forrest does it the same way, out of character. I do. I practice meditation a lot. It helps me. It helps me sleep.
The way you said that.
It does. It's how I get to sleep.
Oh yeah, I completely
No, it's fine. I'm
understand.
not mocking you. It's just the way you said it helps me sleep.
It helps me sleep.
Or should I just decide if it works for her or not, or should I roll to see if it
I'll
works?
Do you
allow
think
it.
she's the type of meditation person?
No.
Then
Probably
probably
gets
not.
antsy and starts being like,
I just imagine like her hand starts fidgeting.
yeah, her leg starts bouncing.
It's more like she opens her eyes after like 3 minutes. So I didn't figure that would work, but it was worth a shot. First. I just
Yes.
the way that my mind and my training works is that I do not calm by breathing deeply or meditating. I am most calm in a fight.
Would you like to spar against me again?
It would only be a temporary distraction at best. It's not. I can operate still.
Give me a second. And he'll stand up and leave.
Okay.
I would like, Guru,
Yes.
I would like to go and buy a, kind of like a bag type thing. It's like, not necessarily plastic, but, something similar to it. Like just a ball, kind of.
Okay.
He's getting her stressful.
I'd like to buy, like a base, like I want to get kind of like a ball you can squeeze, kind of, yeah. I want to buy a base solvent, kind of like glue.
Mhm.
And I want
Are
to
you making
buy...
her putty?
Kind of,
Like that putty, playing putty that you just kind of play with your hand?
yes, and I'm going to cut the ball in a way that I can do the solvent and use the solvent also to make the putty. So it's a stress ball, but it's also have putty on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just fun to mess with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'd say for something like that, it would cost gold and 5 silver.
Alright.
While he was gone, I walked up to the Luxodon.
Okay.
The enabler was gone. Hi!
Hello there. How are you doing this day?
Your friend Tubor sent us here?
To bore all. Always making sure that I get business. What a good fella they are.
Can I say something without offending you?
Depends on what it is, but I'm very slow to be offended.
You're a very large, muscular woman.
I mean, that's just a fact.
Can you fight?
I used to be able to fight a lot more when I was in my prime, if you will.
You could probably pick me up and fling me, but how would you feel about to a spar?
Are you sure? That might be dangerous for you.
This woman's gonna wipe the floor with you.
Oh,
Only using the
absolutely.
trunk.
And at this point, that's kind of what Ellie wants. She wants to be knocked out.
I just imagine it's the scene from, if you guys watch Community, where it's like Donald Glover's character walks back into the room with pizza and then
Yeah, everything's on fire.
I've got
And if you want to, there's a place out back. Takes off their apron, cracks their knuckles slowly.
This woman is like 8'6", right?
Yeah,
So I'm literally craning my neck.
a little
I'm
bit,
waiting
yeah.
for like Guru to say, okay, roll it and wait a minute, for the sake of brevity.
Well, I say, see if you survive the first date.
Please, I'm not gonna
She-
put you up against an
Like Guru's like,
assassin.
alright,
cast disintegrate. He just
Okay. So Paris, you go out and you want to fight her.
Yep.
She rolls her shoulders, kind of like she like shucks off a few extra layers, like where she's got like a shawl that's been around her shoulders. Like she looks like she's like this very demure looking, like hands together very gently. Walks outside, throws those off, hangs them up, rolls her shoulders back, and suddenly she looks like she's about ready to just knock you on your ass.
Oh no, is she a barbarian?
She gets into. Ellie will get into the just like the usual fighting stance.
Are you
And
going
she is
weapon
grinning.
out or?
I'm assuming that you don't want to at all take damage before you get back to work.
I mean, if you're able to land damage on me, then clearly I need to keep up.
Why don't you say we just have a friendly little wrestling match?
Are you talking fisticuffs only? Oh, you might be in trouble there.
Oh no, I already know you'd knock me out quicker than I would you.
Alright, come on.
Wrestling, test of strength.
Alright.
Arm wrestle.
I'm obviously raging. This is a big bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She's a big bitch. You can't kill me.
Right.
So you're trying to just wrestle, you're not looking to fight? She was looking to fight, by the way. She was like totally ready to go
Oh, she
fisticuffs
wanted to fight.
boxing.
Alright, well, let's fight. I'll pull out the weapon. Redact what I said.
Yep, she's willing to let you take the first swing, too.
80% of my med kit
Hang on just a second. I'm
is
sorry.
just used on sparring match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, use my bandages again.
You get the first swing. So,
She said BRB.
oh. Of course she did. Right as combat begins.
So how is the putty going, Guru?
Well, you're able to well, not easily, but you're able to, get it taken care of,
Okay, I'm back. Mom can hear me, and she thought I, like, yelled.
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Yep, you get the first swings.
That misses.
Yep.
There we
That
go.
hits.
Hold up.
Did
Like,
you
it's
Rajay?
Yeah.
Alright.
I said I'm gonna rage because that's a big bitch. Like, even if it was, like, it didn't matter if it was a fight or a wrestle. I'm raging. She's too big. Scared.
Alright.
She pulls out a Holy Avenger.
Right?
Why'd you put a token on that?
Just so I could keep track of her health.
1,872.
So it's her turn.
It's
Not
gonna
bad,
hurt. Like hell.
but this should be fun. That'll definitely hit.
Oh my god.
Give us the number, Guru.
Um,
Oh, did you natural?
25
Okay.
to hit.
Mm.
Not a natural 20. She's using her fisticuffs. And for her, she is also, as she's doing this, like, she's, like, moving as though she's going to hit you, and then she turns it, and her arm just, like, extends, and she's trying to basically lariat you. I need you to
jeez.
make a strength saving throw,
I'm assuming with advantage because I'm raging.
because you're raging. Okay. So you take
Damn.
11 points of bludgeoning damage before being halved, of course, as she tries to knock you over. You like pull up your arms to block, and you're like, okay, what?
Interesting.
Actually, I need to double check to see how many she has of these.
If she's past level 10 or at level 10, it's 5.
Thank you. Alright, so she's going to
She used her
swing
strong.
again. Hmm?
She used her chunk.
Oh, she's going to.
Oh fuck.
That's coming around for the next hit. That's a 24 to hit.
She
It's
had
hurt.
advantage?
No. That's for her third
Just
attack.
rolling good.
Oh.
Yeah, third attack.
Where was the second?
It missed.
Oh.
I rolled a 3 on the die for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. As the third attack misses, and all of a sudden the trunk just comes around side, right across your head, and you're like, okay,
That's prehensile?
it's useful enough.
The fact that she knows what the word prehensile means should, if any of the party members are listening, should shock you already.
Nah, she knows about animals.
Mm.
No, not that.
That hits.
Yeah! It wouldn't let me click. I had a Discord notif.
Okay. That hits.
And with the second one, I'll try and push her back. Just for funsies.
Okay. What's your DC save?
Hang on, let me look it up, because I can't remember how the DC works.
It's based off
Now
your
what?
strength. So
Yeah, but that didn't-
hold on. Here's a way to do it. Go to. Here, I'm gonna click go to spells.
It's 15.
Strength. It's gonna be 15.
It's 15.
Oh, it's just a contested athletics check.
No, it's a.
No, it says Thunder Blow. Starting when you use this path of third, when you damage a creature with a melee attack while raging, you can also make an attempt to shove the target with the attack through a contested athletics check.
Is it one?
I'm looking at Path of the Juggernaut right now.
It's been a while since you played Cameral. She's right.
I know, but whenever I did, it was always a save.
I'm reading it.
Shh. It's not.
Roll at your athletics check, Paris.
Shh, baby.
Oh. She beats you.
Is she nat 20?
No.
She doesn't need a nat 20 to beat you.
Hang on, let me get the dog real
She's
quick.
a large creature.
No,
No,
even then.
Even then.
She has fucking 3 attacks. Do you not understand what that fucking means?
Yeah, I know what it means.
Fucking, she's just better than Mordecai.
Yep, to make
Unless
it
she uses her bonus
once per
action to
turn while
attack.
raging, when you damage a creature with a melee attack, you can force the target to make a strength saving throw.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at the Tal'Dorei
Okay, I'm
book.
back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Where did
Look-
Paris get that from then?
I don't know where Paris got it from.
The deliverance of here. I'll send it to you. You sent me this link.
Yep, I literally pulled up Thunderous Blows and it says this is a strength saving throw.
Here you go.
Hold on. Clicked on it to bring it up.
It's a strength save and 5e tools as well.
Jump to present.
Paris,
day.
where the fuck are you getting athletics check from?
It's literally the fucking thing that he sent me.
I don't remember this link. Hold on.
Gru, did you send her like a D&D wiki version of the jug?
Oh yeah, this is wrong. This is wrong.
Paris, do you also have Stance at the Mountain?
Yes.
What does it do?
You cannot be knocked prone while raging unless you become unconscious.
Yep. So yeah, her
Alright.
trying to knock you over wouldn't have worked. She didn't know that, of
And
course.
what's your level 6 ability?
Demolishing might.
That means she has a
Alright.
siege weapon.
What does it say you do?
6th level, your melee attacks deal double damage to objects and structures. In addition, melee attacks against creatures of the construct type deal an additional 1d12 weapon damage.
It is 1d8, not 1d12.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're using the janky bird.
My apologies. That was my bad. I should have known better. That was my bad. I should have double checked before saying anything, you know. That was. I'm sorry.
It's fucking fine. Let's move on.
Yep, so, she does succeed. 16 on the die beats the 15. Now she's going to get her turn.
She big. She hurt.
She like a bitch.
She rolled a 3.
Lack of chunky.
That is a
Oh no, Guru.
20 to
A 3
hit.
could still hit, maybe.
Wait, a what?
20 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is.
Unless
going
I
to-
max out my dex and con, a 20 will hit. Yeah.
I mean, a 20 had a chance of not hitting Z.
She's one.
That's
to
because
see
Z has-
here.
Additional shit. But yeah, sorry, go. Sorry.
She is going to.
Watch this bitch action search my ass.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And then she stomps her foot and makes like a kind of motion to use feigning attack. So she's going to get advantage on this next hit.
What attack?
She's a feigning attack.
It's like spending a grit point for Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Oh.
25
That's how
hits.
Mordecai does all his fun stuff.
Wait, how much damage?
No, not damage. 25 to hit.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
Mordecai did that much in one hit, almost. One minus.
This bitch is using her fists!
Mordecai uses
So
his
does
fist.
Mordecai.
Yeah.
16,
Multiple times.
16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
See, that's a lot.
Another one of those.
Honestly, at this point, I would be utterly shocked if Ellie has not had a broken nose.
She's not aiming for your face.
No, I mean just in general in her life.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
She's looking fucking out here like Owen Wilson. Oh, wow.
Motherfucker.
Your turn, Paris.
Oh, wow. Paris, what the hell did you say to that?
Oh, I'm only missing 20 points.
Okay, she's going to use Riposte to swing at you.
Ah, bitch.
Natural 20.
Talk shit, get hit.
Oh!
Talk shit, get hit. Talk shit, get hit.
Shit.
I might down 20 points.
That wasn't shit. I'm saying like I'm not bloodied yet, but that might change real fast.
That's 9 plus 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Halved, I presume.
Of course, to 10.
I would pray.
And so your second attack, swinging, you're like, yeah, and then all of a sudden you smack, you're like, ow. Okay.
She sees her blink and shake her head.
Yeah, that's a third. Now it's her turn again.
What? Alright, it's a
Yep,
reaction.
yep. That's another 3. 3 misses.
Ooh, a lot of threes.
I know, right? Just 3 on the die, plus whatever, just not going to add up high enough. That is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. And final attack. 22 to hit. For another 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Now I am bloodied.
Trunk swings out, and as you duck underneath it, just both hands. Whoosh, whoosh.
She just cracks her jaw.
Disco Inferno.
I actually needed this a lot more than you figured.
I figured as much. Well, come on. That hits.
Really consistent damage. It's just not consistent hits.
Alright, she's going to swing at you again. $18 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright.
If only this fucking bullet could have rolled like this. Sorry, go on.
13 points of bludgeoning damage. And now it's her turn. Natural 20.
Oh
Okay, so I'm just gonna say Ellie holds up her hand on that one.
After that one,
Before.
she already hit.
Yeah, no, he declared that 21st, Paris.
Yep. So she is
After
going
this one,
to.
yeah. This is
What
gonna
is
hurt
the
like hell.
one? Oh yeah. What is that one called?
Wait, Paris, how much are you at?
29. So she's
Yeah,
not.
you
She's not gonna KO me. It's just gonna.
She's not gonna KO. She could maybe KO you within the.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like Ellie's just like, all right.
Okay, I don't want my monk to be too mad at me.
Essentially.
What if Gruna's last hit somehow went 87 points of damage?
Right.
I swear there was another specific one that I was like, man, that's really useful. So instead, she's going to attempt a. Just for giggles, she's doing it as a goading attack.
She like goes to swing with her fist, but her trunk hits you first.
Oof.
That just takes me to that cooler gift. I'm gonna rip off his tail. Both of you assume that's a tail. Smack.
I've mushroom stamped someone in D&D game.
29 points of bludgeoning damage.
The irony being is that is my health, so thank God it's reduced.
As she whoosh, and I'm guessing that you're just like immediately like, well, hold the fuck up.
Not immediately. It's like 2 seconds. Excuse me. It's like 2 minutes of thought. Just like, yeah, fuck it, fine. And she'll put down the axe.
I mean, if it's 2 minutes, she's got 2 more attacks, Paris.
Do not hit me. Never mind. 20 seconds.
Yeah. 20 seconds. She's got 2 more attacks, Paris.
Holding up the hand during those 20 seconds, Don.
All right. She's waiting. She's like,
Alright, you win.
She pats you on the shoulder. You actually managed to get me to use up all my resource there.
You actually made me use 5% of my power.
And to think, you almost got my clothes bloody.
Okay, now don't patronize.
Oh no, I'm not patronizing you. You were actually a very good fight. I haven't had that fight since I threw... Oh, I shouldn't say that out loud.
No, please say it out loud. At this point, we've shed each other's blood. It's
Well,
just...
Tabor only got his job because, well, he had a good training instructor to get him over his hot-headed, one might even say bull-headed nature. He thought he could throw his weight around, and he's strong, he's a good man. I knocked him down a few pegs. Maybe more than once. He learned after, I'd say about the 7th, maybe 17th one.
She holds her hand out.
She takes it. Big hand.
Good! I expect nothing less! In fact, she has fingers, is what I'm happy with.
How the fuck would a Loxodon fight if it didn't have fingers?
They use the trunk.
No, but they swing with their fist with weapons.
Yes.
Butters.
Custom gauntlet.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to say this right now. I'm not going to say what she was referring to. I'm going to move on.
Okay.
Because I
Wait,
caught on to what you were saying, Paris. Shut the fuck up.
What?
Yes, you. Shut
No,
the fuck up.
I was legitimately saying I'm surprised she has fingers. Like, my brain immediately thought elephant foot.
No,
You're thinking
fingers.
my gym partner is a monkey like Mrs. Tusk.
Yes. She has fingers. She has fingies
I know
to...
she has
My
fingers.
gym partner is a monkey.
That was so
Anyway.
long ago. Anyways, she motions you back. You guys can get a room here if you need. And
Your name is what again? Bad memory.
Vivalin.
To
I
be
will
fair,
spell
you
it out.
did just get knocked around for the last.
Yeah, but
3
that
minutes.
was desperately needed. To
Vivalin.
jog my head back into the place it was needed to be.
She pats you on the back.
Besides, at least not my fucking fiance, who apparently is now a barbarian. Bastard is. Fuck, he hit hard.
Hey guys, I got this stuff. What happened?
I told you I was most calm when I was in a fight.
But I really, you promised me you weren't going to.
I kind of got lost when my impulse control left.
Why are you setting everything on fire? My impulse control's on vacation. I don't know what to do with myself.
Karg is her impulse control.
You see, he just kind of goes sit down at a random table and starts
Oh.
working.
she'll,
He actually seems
Well-
kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
she'll
He
walk
kinda
up to
does.
him and hug him. I'm sorry. It's just I needed it, and you can stun me.
That would have been fun if you wouldn't have lied.
I said I wasn't going to spar with her when you tried to pull me back. Because I wasn't going to spar with her while you were talking.
You just stay silent.
She looks confused because that's genuinely how her brain worked. I'm sorry if that came off as lying. I will try to phrase my stuff better. Better on from now on. I'm gonna keep the way that was said. I'm tired.
To fair, that sounds like Ellie right now.
Hey, as long as I ain't missing teeth, I'm fine.
And
What about that one in the back of your mouth?
What? Worst part is the full back of her mouth is fucking wisdom tooth. So please, God, yes, knock those out.
as you're, having this talk, another person kind of just pulls themselves up and just sits themselves across from you at the table.
What? Who the
Hello?
They look at you, and as you both look at each other, similar golden hair looks back at you as they lean forward. You have my attention.
No.
As he motions to you. I am an Opto. Pharos, right?
You met me before, I think. I don't remember it, but I was told stories.
You were much smaller back then. Less of a handful, if I understand the stories right. Or perhaps you only became more the handful you always were.
I can see Ellie squint at that last part of the sentence, like, what?
Oh, Ellie, this is an Opto. My grand.
What?
He gives a nod to you. A pleasure to meet you, Miss.
Does he look old enough?
No. He looks like Elisha.
I'm
Staring at him.
1/4 elf.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, for the love of... And she'll set her head on the table.
Hey, can I gauge
Now,
Um,
if you look at his...
one second. I need to PM something.
Oh,
If you look at Fars's ear, the slight point to it makes a little bit more sense.
Her head's still on the table.
Yeah.
You see a very, very muffled fucking elf. This makes a lot more sense. Thank you for telling me, but she just looks up. Why do you people have to live forever?
We don't.
I won't. He will.
I'll live as long as I damn well please. You can't tell me how to live my eternal life.
You just said you don't live forever.
No.
But, I know. My presence here is probably making you uncomfortable from what I know. So, I'm just planning on coming in the city and leave. Don't mean to bother you.
What is it that you're looking for?
I'm looking for a certain parchment that came from the Order of the...
I am aware of this. We are in the midst of looking for it currently. That seems to have been the issue. If you recall this sort of layout, which I highly imagine you do not, there are many floors.
Okay.
And us simply trying to find one thing is vexing at the moment.
Cynthia,
Any
thank
idea
you.
what's on?
Sorry, you go.
She's just confused. No one has any idea which floor it could possibly be on. It's not categorized by year.
Also, people at my temple, some people had the find object spell or locate object.
Yes, but you cannot look for an object based off of its... Actually, let me check something real quick. Can
Blew
you
this
descriptively...
conspiracy out of the
Hold on.
water.
Hold on. Locate object. Can you look for it by a name object? Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. a book.
You can!
Hold on. An object. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object's within 1,000 feet. If the object is in motion, you know the direction. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close, within 30 feet, at least once. Okay. And he's nodding at that. I'm aware. So obviously, you will understand why we're vexed.
And I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why did you come down here?
I was told that there was a young man who invoked my name, traveling with a human woman and an elf. And when I got the description of you all, I needed to come down here to see for myself.
Shouldn't you just be coming down here for him? He is your grandkid.
He smiles at that. By blood, but
By blood. And family is family. I'm not saying that that is incorrect. However, I can have my own reasons for wanting to move from place to place.
no, I'm not one to hold grudges, don't worry. I was just
should hope
curious.
Not. He kind of like looks at you like, holding grudges, are you?
No, Papa!
No, Daddy.
Do you
Does-
know of a way to teleport us to the Order of the Dawn Temple? It is urgent.
There,
Very.
as much as I'd like to say that there is, we do not have a sigil that has been put down in the Order of the Dawn. They've kept themselves away from such things to prevent themselves from being caught off guard by people.
I'm
finding
aware I'm
way
just
in.
more mean anywhere near it.
There's
The city
a,
that it's in is large, right?
there
so-
might be a steading near where that is. I can look into that as well. It's finding that blasted. He leans back, just looking. For an elf, he might be considered furious. To a human, his brow is knit slightly, and his
Can I
chin
insight
is. Sure.
I've seen my mother get upset,
8.
so I kind of know what's going on.
He might be
Just
constipated,
a
Bears.
little.
Excuse
Yeah,
me,
that-
sir. Do you need plums?
In character,
Yes.
I slowly slide over to you. Slowly slide back. I see you're getting the intelligence from the other member of your party.
Excuse me?
I see
hold
your
up my hand
manners
to-
haven't
I
improved
hold up my
at all
hand.
over the years.
I continue to be as irate and irritating as I should be. He glanced over to Elisha. Have you grown any wiser since I saw you? Or are you still as blind as you used to be?
I will take off my glasses, Guru, and look him dead in the eyes and go, "You told us what you need. Leave.
He nods
We'll
slowly
talk at a
and
different
stands up.
time."
Of course. Take care of yourself. I'll let you know if we find the book soon. Turns around, he understands he's not welcome. He turns around, looks to Elisha. Elisha, your passive perception is now 16.
Yes.
What's your guys' passive perception?
13.
I don't have proficiency, I don't think. No, I do not, so 13.
13. So neither of you see this. Elisha, you see him make a few kind of just like a little hand sign thing. Just
It
it seems
seems like the okay signal at me.
no, it's like a. I'll message you what it means. just that's the simple version, and he gives another hand sign basically to say where.
All right.
And with that, as he walks away, and you lean back, going, "Yep, he is still as much of an asshole as I remember him being."
I'm gonna do something very childish. His back is fully turned, right?
Yeah.
You know that like modern version of fuck you where you like put your arm in the pin of
classic,
your other arm and you hold up your fucking middle finger? Yeah, that's what Ellie's doing to him while his back is turned.
Yep.
I just go, I hope you had you guys had a pleasant interaction with my grandfather. He's something.
Most certainly something indeed.
Dickhole.
And on that note, that's where we'll end the session.
I was like, this name's gonna lead to a bad roleplay interaction. And I was like, yeah, that's about accurate of how it went.
yeah, he may or may not have a negative charisma.
Oh, when I
Clark's
made
got a negative fucking
No.
charisma.
when I made a
Guru, it can't be as bad as my dad, though.
Is it down Groom legendary?
whenever I made Farsh's backstory, I was like, his grandfather was a dick. Like that's legit. That like he was a very small part of it, so I was just like, he's a dick.
Not quite that bad. He's definitely higher. Like, let me put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Is Z more wise? Or less wise, I mean, than he is charismatic?
Z is to wisdom, as this man is to charisma.
Oh
Good.
my god!
His looks ain't bad, his personality is just absolute fucking garbage.
Oh yeah, like he looks like he should be elegant, that he should be this great person. He's eloquent, but
I honestly thought Ellie was gonna be like, I'm surprised you two share the same fucking gene.
The only reason that Ellie did not just swing at him is because he's already taken a beating.
oh yeah, that would have been bad news, Bears.
It would have legit, if he swung, Farsh would have stood up quickly and just said, don't. Like, to his grandfather. Like, don't.
Not to Ellie, to him.
Ellie would have stopped after one punch.
To be fair, that'd have been if she could hit the one punch.
If he could hit. I almost guaranteed positive that he would not.
He might have you knocked so far on your ass that you're actually looking up going, wait, I wasn't conscious?
If you thought that Loxodon was higher level, pair?
Yeah.
This motherfucker's a high level because I already know how high up the totem pole he is in the fucking towers of mages, and
You don't know how high up the tower he is, Paris.
he's high enough that he invoked the name and those motherfuckers turned to butlers.
They weren't butlers, they were still guards. They were just, he's a man with respect driven around his name and a reputation for being a son of a bitch.
Turned to butlers.
Exactly. As soon as I asked you that question, where you're like, I know where you're going with this.
I was like, oh boy.
Hey, it was a great way to do it to get what I needed quickly.
Oh yeah. It was like a case of,
Like-
oh, he knows that person.
That's
If we
that's
don't tell him and he finds out later, yeah, let's just get this out of the way. Maybe
Right,
he'll
how
say
I
no.
compare that? That's like walking up to Apple and saying, "Hi, I'm friends with Wozniak."
Ooh,
Not quite Steve Jobs, but
no. But
by the way, if you don't know, Wozniak is the guy that actually like had the brains and built the computer. Like Steve Jobs really was just like the idea man.
marketing.
Marketing ideas. He's smart. It's just he didn't really build the stuff that.
And people who
It was
know
shown.
of it, like they might be like, "Oh yeah, who are you talking about?" But since these guys work literally at the office, they're like,
Yes, like fucking just name drop. It's name dropping is my favorite thing to do in D&D because it's just like, oh shit, okay, people start moving. A
The
little bit.
gentleman, the Ruby of the Sea says hello.
That's when you hear a few dings in Iron Arm.
Yeah, just people going like, oh, yeah, about that. Yeah, we can work on that. Yeah. That being said, we'll definitely have to see what transpires next time with that, but that'll be next week, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Finger guns.
Mhm.
For
I
everyone,
didn't fall asleep mid session.
yeah, which is awesome because that means you got a chance to have that little name drop, which is a. But that being said, for everyone watching, thank you all so much for doing so. We really appreciate it. Really helps us out, and honestly, it's just nice to know that people are enjoying this and that we get a chance to give this story more life for people to be like, what is going on? Where are we going with this? Honestly, I only have the story world planned. What they find out and when is based around their actions, and I'm loving every second of it.
There was a 90% chance I'd lose 2 characters in 1 week.
Yeah.
I was partially why Ellie was like, no, don't.
But he did it.
He did it, and
But
he got lucky. He got lucky.
That's the game making up for that 19 and 16. Or 18 or 16, whatever it was. Like you rolling 2-8, like rolling just dummy thick on Z, and then me rolling a 4 on the death save.
Yeah. You were like, oh yeah, I rolled a 16 and an 18. Because I rolled a 16 the first time, like, hold on, I'm going to give it disadvantage, and then I rolled an 18. I'm like, oh no. This thing didn't care about how you looked, it was hungry. But, that being said, until next time, we've been What Team Comp, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye!
Deuces.